Oh my God, we're back. I can't believe that I am actually here talking about another Golden Globes live stream. I didn't think this day would ever be happening again, just because of what's we found out and things like that, and the fact we didn't have one last year. Yeah, I didn't think we were gonna have another Golden Globes live stream to ever discuss, but yet here we are. Hey guys, it's Kevin again. Happy New Year. First of all, this is the first video I'm ever doing in 2023. So there's that. I know I have not put out anything yet. I've been very busy. But I am trying to get caught up on 2022 stuff in the best way that I can. I've watched a lot of movies already this year, most of which are ones I need to talk about for what I watch videos. So I will try to get to them as swiftly as I can. With that being said, yeah, we're here for another Golden Globes. It's kind of crazy. I didn't think this day would come, but yeah, here we are. I don't know how this is really going to be. I didn't even know who was hosting the damn thing because they did this on a Tuesday, which is so weird for award shows. But yeah, Gerard Carmichael is hosting, who I heard he had a really great stand-up special called Rathaniel, which got very personal and things like that. I actually really want to watch that because I've heard good things, but like beyond that, I don't know much else about. And he was in a really good movie last year called On the Count of Three. But other than that, I don't really have a ton to say regarding the host. I hope he's fun. I assume he's going to be good because he's good at stand-up and things like that. But yeah, like I said, I didn't really think we'd have another Golden Globes to discuss, but we do. With that being said, we are here and I'm excited to see how this does turn out. I actually was pretty impressed by the nominations this year, especially considering what we know now when it comes to the Golden Globes and the Hollywood Foreign Press. I definitely was pleased by what I saw nominated here, for both a movie and TV perspective. Now, getting the elephant out of the room, no, admittedly, I don't have a ton to say about the TV stuff, but I have a little bit more to say than usual, because I did watch a lot of TV shows last year. I just didn't get around to reviewing a good portion of them. And that is something I'm also going to catch up on. I have a whole video plan with my girlfriend that we're going to do, talking about a bunch of shows that we watched together last year that I didn't get a chance to review. We're going to start a new series called What We Watched, which I have discussed this in the New Year video. So I'm excited to see how that ends up going. And then in terms of, in terms of movies, obviously we have the What I Watched videos, but enough about me. Let's get into tonight, because getting into these nominations, I think there is a lot of possibilities. I do think from a movie perspective, this is quite major, what's going to happen tonight. A lot of the time it was, oh, whatever the Golden Globes said, that's going to be a big indicator of what ends up winning in the Oscars. I'm not so sure if that's the case anymore, especially based on how recent years have gone and how gradually less serious people have taken the Golden Globes. To the point where now, like I said, they're literally doing it on Tuesday. I mean, at least they have a telecast this year and not just a Twitter thread, which I was gonna do a video about that last year, but like, how do I do a video about a fucking Twitter thread? Like, what do I do there? Do I just like sit here and like wait for the tweets to come out? Like, no, I wasn't gonna do that. So that's why I didn't do a video on Golden Globes. But I think I already talked about this. But anyway, getting that out of the way. I do think that still there is a lot going on here with the movie nominations that could potentially hint at what could be nominated for the Oscars and what could be the potential frontrunners. I mean, All Quiet on the Western Front has the most nominations at the BAFTAs, which is crazy. I do think there's a chance All Quiet on the Western Front could win Best International Feature. I still think it's going to RRR, just based on what people have said, but we'll have to see how that really does go. I think the big one that I'm most interested in is drama. I don't know what's winning at this point. It could be the Fablemans, but the Fablemans also has not gotten the accolades that people thought it was going to. Not even the nominations that people thought it was going to. It's gotten, across every award show. So I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen there. It could go to Elvis. It could go to fucking Avatar. I mean, it could go to Tar. Like, there's a lot of possibilities for what can happen. With that one. So we'll really just have to see. Musical or comedy, I think it's going to, musical or comedy is pretty obvious. It's going to be Everything Everywhere. I'm very happy that Everything Everywhere, at least right now, seems like it's going to sweep the night. I think if there is a film that deserves to sweep, it's that one. I mean, I can't think of a movie that just hits on every genre perfectly, and Everything Everywhere really does do that. It's such a multifaceted film in that way, and so if it does end up sweeping the night, I am very much going to be applauding its victory because I think it very much is deserving of such. So really no complaints there at all. I think it's pretty obvious for actress, musical or comedy, it's going to be Michelle Yeoh. I think for supporting, it's going to be Ke Huy Quan. I feel like stuff like that is pretty obvious in terms of winners. I can of course rant about how Stephanie Sue is not nominated, but Jamie Lee Curtis is. I do think Jamie Lee Curtis gave a great performance and Everything Everywhere, but come on, it's not nearly on the levels of emotional depth that Stephanie Sue has. Like, Jamie Lee Curtis's character has like one really good scene from a dramatic perspective. When like her and Evelyn are outside and she's kind of talking to her through like why she is the way she is and things like that. Like, that's a really good scene with Jamie Lee Curtis's character, but her character for the most part is just this very like curmudgeon-y, older lady who seems to just really be irritated by this family and is like constantly on their ass like throughout the movie. And when she's not that, she is like this she's like in this weird like foot fetish with Michelle Yeoh and things like that. There's just not a lot going on with her from a like dramatic perspective. That's like, oh, this should be the one that gives Jamie Lee Curtis the win. So while I'm here for her winning because it's still Everything Everywhere, I really do wish it was going to Stephanie Sue. So yeah. Yeah, I was just talking about this, Terrell. Hi, by the way. It's a happy new year to you as well. Yeah, it's really crazy how it's back tonight. I legitimately thought after all the controversies, everything we found out, that we just weren't going to get another Golden Globes telecast ever. But I guess that people just didn't really like what happened last year, and ultimately it's back. Is it going to be a good night? I don't know. Is this going to be a good, fun, not boring award show? I have no idea how this is going to go. I do know that I'm going to have fun doing a live stream about it because I always enjoy these, but I just don't know from an entertainment perspective if this is actually going to be fun to watch, but we will just have to see how it ends up going. I'm mainly just doing a live stream for consistency's sake because why else do I do these? Consistency's sake. Also because you guys seem to enjoy them. So yes, but I hope that it's a fun night regardless. But going back into what I was discussing, yeah, Everything Everywhere I think is probably sweeping tonight. For supporting actor, that's another one, that's pretty dead set on Ke Huy Quan. Supporting actress, though, like, even though I just talked about Jamie Lee Curtis, I don't know if she's actually winning. I think that could be the one award that Everything Everywhere does not receive. I could very well see that happen. I don't know. I would assume it's because they had like other programming on and they didn't want to interrupt it. But also because like I don't know. They were probably like, well, we have to do this, so we're just doing it now. Like, I don't know. To me, it just feels like NBC cares so little about the Golden Globes. They just put it on the most random night possible, and that's why we have it on a Tuesday now, which honestly makes sense. Like, deserving fate, I feel like, for the Golden Globes. But I don't know why it's on a Tuesday either. This is very odd. Normally, I'm doing this on like the first Sunday of the new year, but that is not the case. Yeah, so supporting actress, I think if it doesn't go to Jamie Lee Curtis, I think Carrie Condon has it. And honestly, like, as she should. I know I'm saying this, like, I haven't reviewed these movies. And it kills me that I haven't reviewed so many of the films that are going to be discussed tonight because, like, I want to be able to talk about them at length. I just have not been able to sit down and record the review for it yet, but I will do that very soon. Because obviously I have to. We're getting to a point where, you know, I made a joke on Twitter and said, "Oh, Avatar: The Way of Water. I can't wait to talk about this in February." We're getting to a point where that might actually be a reality. So I don't know if it's going to be. I hope it's not, because I want to be able to get things done in a more timely manner this year and not be as behind as I was. But we will just have to see. Like I said, I've already watched a good amount of the movies that I had to catch up on. But there's still quite a few that I need to do before I am anywhere close to where I want to be. So yeah. So there's that. Thinking of other nominations to talk about. That's true. I mean, this is literally their last chance. This is their last chance to win an award. So I'm going to say the same thing I did when, like, it was Breaking Bad, which, oh my God, think about how I've been doing these since Breaking Bad won an Emmy. That's insane to me. But yeah, Better Call Saul, it's literally their last chance to get an Emmy here. I feel like if it doesn't, I feel like tonight is the night. Like, I really do think that it could happen tonight. But I can also see it going to, like, Ozark for the same reason. So I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen there. I don't think it's going to The Crown, mainly because I know people were not as big on season 5 as the others. And I don't think that, the Crown has as much power to it this time around, just because I don't think season 5 was, like, as praised as others were. Personally, I mean, Severance getting it, I would be very happy about, because that's one of my favorite shows of last year. Which at least I've done a full review on that. I mean, Better Call Saul very well could, but I could also see it going to House of the Dragon or maybe even Ozark, but we'll really just have to see. Going into TV, actually, since you brought that up, musical or comedy, I think it's Abbott Elementary, mainly just because of, I feel like, the amount of awards that they just got for the Emmys, which is insane, by the way. I do feel like Abbott Elementary could potentially sweep the comedy categories, but we'll have to see. I could also see it going to The Bear for the same reason. Jenna Ortega could very well get it for Wednesday because she's Jenna Ortega. She's amazing at everything. And Wednesday is honestly a really great show. That's another one that I have to review. All these TV shows I haven't reviewed. What the hell? That's another one. I think it's insane that Diego Luna actually got nominated for Andor, and I think it's a testament to how good Andor really is that he did. So I think it would be really cool if he ended up winning, but my God, I mean, Bob Odenkirk is so overdue for a fucking Emmy. Just give the man an Emmy at this point. Like, it's insane that he hasn't gotten it in his time in Better Call Saul, because I feel like every time he's been nominated, he's been deserving. He's had at least one scene where it's like, okay, yeah, give him an Emmy. It's insane that happened. Yeah, that's true too. I mean, to be fair, Yellowstone had a very slow start in terms of, like, developing an audience. I feel like it wasn't until season 2 where people were really talking about Yellowstone and really, like, singing its praises. And I think, a good portion of that is because, like, people didn't really start watching Yellowstone until COVID. People were really just, like, binging it a lot more and things like that. It was people were seeking it out more. Once we got to, like, 2020, people were before binging season 3 or we got to season 4. So I think that's the other reason why Yellowstone didn't really get as much, because people didn't really know of it as much. And I do think a lot of nominations, at least these days when it comes to TV categories, a lot of it is based on popularity. But I think Yellowstone, I mean, I don't watch the show personally, but I do think that there is a potential that Kevin Costner could win the award because of that. So, but yeah, going back to it, I mean, I think there's just a really good roster of nominations all around. Like, I'm very happy to see, for example, like I said, Diego Luna getting a nomination, I think is really cool. Zendaya once again getting nominated is awesome. I'm very happy that Jenna Ortega was nominated for Wednesday. All the eliminated anthology ones as well, I'm also very happy about. Like, Andrew Garfield definitely deserves Under the Banner of Heaven. It'd be cool if he got it. Taron Egerton, Colin Firth. I mean, any of those 4 getting it, even Evan Peters, like any of them getting it would be great. I would definitely be here for. And then actress, I have no idea. I have no idea who's getting that. I mean, personally, Amanda Seyfried, I think, is the most deserving of those 5. But I mean, Lily James was like seamless with her transformation as Pamela Anderson. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen there. We'll really just have to see what ends up happening in the realm of like supporting nominations. I'm looking through some of these now. There's some that I looked at the nominations before, but I guess I wasn't aware of like who exactly was nominated. Donald Gleason for The Patient. That's really cool. Steve Carell definitely should be nominated as well, but Donald Gleason was great in The Patient. So, oh yeah, definitely. Like, you want a success, cast Jenna Ortega in something. Like, it's a guarantee at this point. Hold on, guys. I'm just going to turn my camera around here because I don't really like this view all that much. I don't know why I decided on this view. Why the fuck is this still my avatar on why is this still my avatar here? This has been my avatar since like 2020 and I haven't changed it for some reason. I don't know why that is the case, but yeah, give me 1 second here, guys. There we go. All right, there we go. That's better. I didn't like the other view, so yeah, this is much better, more comfortable. So yeah, me either. Oh my God, Seth Rogen actually got nominated for Pam and Tommy. That's pretty funny. I mean, look, he was good in Pam and Tommy. He really was. But was he awards worthy? I don't know about that. But I think it's cool that he was nominated for Pam and Tommy. Honestly, I think he was more deserving for like a Fabelmans nomination than say a nomination for Pam and Tommy. Let's see. I've only seen 2 episodes of Dahmer, so I can't really comment too much on that one. But of what I've seen, it's really good. I will say that. I just need to finish it. That's like one of like 50 shows I need to finish. So Fleischman is in trouble. I need to start. Oh, our New Year's resolutions. I mean, I can't really speak for Allie because, I would like for her to say that. She's at the movies right now seeing Megan with her friend. So that's fun. But mine is really just to stay consistent and not stress myself out over things. Because I feel like a good reasoning why I was so like behind was because of the fact that I was like stressing myself out constantly. And oh my God, the Golden Globes are starting. Here we go. Hopefully it doesn't suck. Why is this so loud? Jesus Christ. Including our Carol Burnett Award recipient, Ryan Murphy, and our Cecil B. DeMille Award recipient, Eddie Murphy. Oh, wow. Oh, Eddie Murphy's getting Cecil B. DeMille this year. Oh, there he is.
Yeah. Hello. Welcome to the 80th annual Golden Globe Awards. I am your host, Gerard Carmichael. Sure. And I'll tell you why I'm here. I'm here because I'm black.
Oh my God. That's funny.
I'll catch everyone in the room up. If you settle down a little bit, I'll tell you what's been going on. This show, the Golden Globe Awards, did not air last year
No.
because the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, which I won't say they were a racist organization, but they didn't have a single black member until George Floyd died.
Mm-hmm.
So do with that information what you will.
Yep.
I'll tell you how I got.
This audience is so awkward.
Why am I here on stage, you guys, tonight? Well, I was at home. Drinking tea. I got a phone call from my man, Stephen Hill. Stephen Hill is a great producer. He said, Gerard, really, I'm honored to be making this phone call. He said, I'm producing the 80th Golden Globes, and it would be an honor if you would agree to join as the host. I was like, whoa. You know, like 1 minute you're making mint tea at home. The next you're invited to be the black face of an embattled white organization.
Oh my God.
Like really comes at you fast, you know. So I said, Stephen, I'm torn. I'll be honest with you. I'm a little torn because, you know, one, it's a great opportunity. Thank you for the call. But I'm only being asked to host this, I know, because I'm black. And Stephen said, let me stop you right there, Gerard. He said, you were being asked to host this show because you're talented. You're being asked to host this show because you're charming. He said, you're being asked to host this show because you were one of the greatest comedians of a generation. But Stephen's black, so what does he know? Like, he's only producing this show because he's black. They're not going to tell him why he's here either. So I said, Stephen, this is a lot for me. Let me call you back. So I did what I do when I have a moral, racial dilemma. I called the homegirl Avery, who, for the sake of this monologue, represents every black person in America. And I said to Avery, Avery, they asked me to host the Golden Globes. And I said, you know, what should I do? And she said, oh, Bookie, I'm so proud of you. Now, remind me, which award show was that again? And I told her what the show was, and I told her about how last year didn't air because of...
Why is this audience so dry? Like, these are funny jokes.
Well, how much are they paying you? And I said, well, Avery, it's not about the money, honestly. It's about the moral question of whether I should allow. And she said, Gerard, enough of it. How much are they paying you? And I said, $500,000. And she said, boy, if you don't put on a good suit and take them white people money. And I kind of forget that, like, where I'm from, like, we all live by a strict take the money mentality. I bet black informants for the FBI in the 60s, like, their families were still proud of them. Like, they were like, you heard about Clarence New Job? They're paying him $8 an hour just to snitch on Dr. King.
Oh my God.
And I called Stephen back and I said, I'm happy to do this. And I was really proud of that decision. until I got an email from my publicist saying that Helen, the president of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, wanted to have a one-on-one sit-down with me. And I said, no thanks. A trap when I hear a trap. And I thought it went away. Then it came back. Like, well, they're not really asking, Gerard. They're insisting that you take the meeting. And I'm like, or what? They're going to fire me? They haven't had a black host for 79 years. They're going to fire the first one? I'm unfireable. And he came back again, a third time. Gerard, Helen really just wants to educate you on the changes that the organization has made in regards to diversity. And I'll be totally honest with everyone here tonight. I don't really need to hear that. I took this job assuming they hadn't changed at all. I heard they got 6 new black members. Congrats to them, whatever. Sure. It's not why I'm here. I'm here truly because all of you, I look out into this room and I see a lot of talented people, like people that I admire, people that I would like to be like, people that I'm jealous of, and people that are actually really incredible artists. And regardless of whatever the Hollywood Foreign Press Association's past may be, this is an evening where we get to celebrate. And I think this industry deserves evenings like these. And I'm happy you all are here.
Yes.
I hope you have some fun tonight. I'm a little over time, but they figured it out, I'm sure. Now, she's a recipient of the Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony, the 17th and youngest female EGOT member. She's a Golden Globe winner and host of the Jennifer Hudson Show. Please welcome Jennifer Hudson.
Yes. All right, first award. Let's see what it is.
The actors in this category captivated us with their impressive work. They took us to places where we could find excitement, inspiration, and humor. These are the nominees for Best Performance by an actor in a supporting role in any motion picture.
Ooh, okay, here we go.
Brendan Gleeson.
This is Ke Huy Quan's moment. Let's go.
The Banshees of Inisherin. Brad Pitt, Babylon. Keith Lee, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Eddie Redmayne, The Good Nurse.
One Ke Huy Quan.
And the Golden Globe goes to, let's see, young. Keith Lee.
Yes. Oh, what a great win. I'm so excited to hear his speech.
Thank you so much. I was raised to never forget where I came from and to always remember who gave me my first opportunity. I'm so happy to see Steven Spielberg here tonight. Steven, thank you. When I started my career as a child actor in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, I felt so very lucky to have been chosen. As I grew older, I started to wonder if that was it, if that was just luck. For so many years, I was afraid I had nothing more to offer. That no matter what I did, I would never surpass what I achieved as a kid. Thankfully, more than 30 years later, you guys got me. They remember that kid. and they gave me an opportunity to try again.
What a great story.
Everything that has happened since has been unbelievable. Dan Kwan, Daniel Steiner, thank you so much for helping me find my answer. You have given me more than I could have ever hoped. Thank you to the Hollywood Foreign Press Association for this incredible honor. Thank you to A24, Leyline Entertainment, and ACBO. Thank you to our incredible producer, Jonathan Wong. Thank you to Michelle Yeoh, Jamie Lee Curtis, Stephanie Hsu, and our entire EEAAO family. And last but not least, I want to thank the most important person in my life, the one person that never stopped believing in me. My wife, Echo, I love you with all my heart. Thank you so much. Thank you.
That was everything I hoped it would be. Okay, supporting actress now, or is that what we're doing?
All right. Here are the nominees for Best Performance by an Actress in a Supporting Role in Any Motion Picture.
Okay, getting right into it. I could see it going to Angela Bassett. Still think it's crazy she was nominated, but very deserving.
Jamie Lee Curtis, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Valerie DeLeon, Triangle of Sadness.
All the nominations are great.
She said,
Carey Mulligan should not be there because she's not supporting.
and the Golden Globe goes to Angela Bassett.
Oh yes!
This is Angela Bassett's second nomination and second win. She wins this one for her role.
Jennifer Hudson's shocked. She was like, I didn't think she was gonna get that. Okay, this is historic. The first MCU win for any acting role. I'm pretty sure. And it's by a woman of color too, so we love that.
I gotta find my words. I'm so nervous. My heart is just beating. But you know, January 22nd, 1994, I stood on the stage and accepted the Golden Globe for What's Love Got to Do with It. The late Toni Morrison said that your life is already a miracle of chance, just waiting for you to order its destiny. But in order for that destiny to manifest, I think that it requires courage to have faith. It requires patience, as we just heard, and it requires a true sense of yourself. It's not easy because the path is circuitous and it has many unexpected detours. But by the grace of God, I stand here. I stand here grateful to the Hollywood Foreign Press for giving me this honor along with Wakanda Forever. Grateful to my amazing team who every day, each and every one of them work along with me and beside me and on my behalf each and every day. Grateful to my family, Courtney, Vance, Bronwyn, and Slater. I love you from the depths of my heart. And my mother always said that good things come to those who pray. And I see the truth of that every day as we welcome each new day as a family. To my Marvel Disney family, Ryan Coogler, Kevin Feige, Louis D'Esposito, Victoria Alonso, and Nate Moore, the cast and the crew. Weeping may come in the evening, but joy comes in the morning.
We embarked on this journey together with love. We mourned, we loved, we healed, and we were surrounded each and every day by the light and the spirit of Chadwick Boseman. And we have joy in knowing that, well, with this historic Black Panther series, it is a part of his legacy that he helped to lead us to. We showed the world what Black unity, leadership, and love looks like beyond, behind, and in front of the camera. And to the Marvel fans, thank you for embracing these characters and showing us so much love. We just made history with this nomination and with this award. It belongs to all of you, all of us. Thank you.
Okay, so general thoughts. First of all, very awkward, I feel like, in terms of the audience, and understandable. I mean, I feel like after all the controversies that have happened and things like that, to basically have everyone back and be like, okay, let's just get back to how this used to be, especially when people, I feel like, a lot of people already had like very little respect for the Golden Globes, and then finding out everything, it makes sense why the crowd's very middling reaction. But Gerard Carmichael, I mean, he just went through everything. I mean, I think that he is such a great host, not afraid to get into just the really problematic history of the Hollywood Foreign Press, but also circle it back to why everyone is there, and that is to award these amazing performers. And so I really think that he is doing a great job already. So really have no complaints there. Very happy with these wins. Ke Huy Quan was everything I could have hoped for in terms of his speech. He got into, him being in the Temple of Doom and him always wanting to, him always being like a movie fan and things like that. And then him finally getting to act again all these years later and getting an award. I mean, it was everything you could have hoped for. Such a wholesome speech. I love his story so much. And I feel like, look, yeah, he has a great story, but he also just really deserved that win. Just the be kind speech alone. Come on. Like you can't tell me that wasn't his award to win just based on that. So, but also just how much he had to do in that movie. Like, I feel like people really forget every single actor had a challenging role. I feel like he perhaps had the most challenging role because he has to switch from this very, this very like petrified, but, unconditionally loving husband to suddenly this much more by the book type persona. And I feel like he does that really well in the movie. All the actors did, but Ke Huy Quan's performance was just incredible. So yeah, I'm very happy with this win. And then Angela Bassett, was not expecting that to happen. I thought that if it wasn't going to be Jamie Lee Curtis, it was going to be Kerry Condon, because everybody's been talking about Kerry Condon and how she's the front runner. But Angela Bassett winning this, I am not complaining at all. I think she absolutely killed it in Wakanda Forever. I think that she did everything she possibly could in that movie to potentially get an award. But also just, I think the raw emotion from that movie alone is what got her this win. I mean, knowing how deeply affected she was by Chadwick Boseman's death, and how I feel like a lot of that performance wasn't acting. That was her channeling her inner just anguish over everything that happened. I think that she just really killed it in that film, and I think definitely did end up deserving that award. So really no complaints from me so far. I think this is a really good night, despite how awkward it is for a lot of people. I'm very happy with the outcome of the awards so far. Yeah, and history was made as well. We finally have an MCU actor that's won an award, and I think Angela Bassett, definitely being the first one to get it, is a very good outcome. A very good outcome. So I'm very happy about that for sure. I might not be as big on the MCU as I once was, but I will always be a fan. Phase 4 I think was kind of a mess, but the majority of it I did enjoy. I'm going to do a Phase 4 video eventually. But I think it's really cool that Angela Bassett won for Wakanda Forever. I am very skeptical about that 90s show, to be honest with you. Because like, yes, I want to be excited for it. The original cast is back. I'm just worried that this is going to be one of those reboots where we focus on entirely new cast and they're just not likable. But we'll get more into that at some other point because the show's back. So woo!
Man, I didn't think I'd spend this much time telling y'all this. Everybody, relax. It's a live show here. Shut up. Anyway, your next presenter is one of my favorite actresses on what I think is the best show on television, limited series. I want to, as a gay man, apologize to her on behalf of all the gays for what we tried to do to her on that boat. All right. She's a Golden Globe nominee this year for White Lotus. Please welcome the incomparable Jennifer Coolidge.
I still have to finish the White Lotus, although I do know what happens. I do know what happens.
Hi. Somebody called Kara Bishop called me and said, Jennifer, we would like you to present at the Golden Globes this year. And I said, oh my God, that is such an honor. Thank you so much. Yes, I would love to. And I hung up on her. And then I thought about it for a little bit, and I just had a complete anxiety attack. And I got very, very nervous. And I thought, oh my God, yeah, I'm not doing this. So I called Kara right back, and I said, Kara, I'm so touched that you would want me to do something. But listen, I'm going to tell you something. There's no way that I'm going to make it from behind the curtain all the way to the podium without breaking my skull.
Oh my God.
Because of all these overwaxed floors and stuff. And I said, I just can't do it. And then Kara, I think she was serious. She said, Jennifer, then why don't you just wear a pair of Crocs? And I said, well, are you kidding me? With my Dolce & Gabbana dress? You know, all those crazy Italians would lose their mind. And then I said, and Kara, what about when I get to the podium and, you have to read off that like ticker tape thing at the right time, that ticker tape thing, whatever. And she goes, Jennifer, that's called a teleprompter. And actually it goes with your voice. So it goes just at the right time. So you don't make this. And I said, no, it doesn't. I did it before at another event and it got ahead of me and I was screwed. And then she said, okay, well, Jennifer, we could get a producer to sit in the audience with some cue cards, the size of signs. So you could read off that. And I said, are you kidding me? I'm telling you, the show would be over before I could find the guy with the sign. And then I think my biggest nightmare is just the pronunciation of people's names. I said, I can't do it. Once I say someone's name the wrong way, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. I can't do it. Like you hear it that one way and you can't undo it. And I was at a dinner party one night with, I'm not kidding. I sat next to Bill Nye. And every time someone came to the table, I was like, this is Bill Nye, and I'm Nye. and then, but get this, I'm serious. Across from me was Kenny Coco. And it was just a disaster, So I said no, but you know what? I'm feeling very good right now because I haven't screwed up yet, and no, I haven't, and so I guess I can do this. I can do the nominees. Best performance.
Well, she
by an
pronounced
actor.
the names right.
Get it right. Best performance by an actor in a supporting role in a music comedy series or drama television series. See, I can read it right off that. You see. Okay. So, are you ready for the nominees?
Okay.
The Old Man.
Another show I need to finish.
The Crown. John Turturro, Severance.
Oh, so good in that.
James Williams.
He's great too. He's great too. I have seen a good amount of Abbott Elementary, and he's very funny on that. I wonder who's getting this.
All right.
Like, I generally don't know who this is going to.
The Oscar goes to. No, Tyler James Williams.
Yep. Okay. Abbott Elementary sweeping. That like confirms it to me right there. I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like that. Yeah. He's very good on the show. He's probably one of the funniest. So.
Wow. Wow, the magnitude of the moment is not lost on me. I want to start off by thanking, first and foremost, my cast and my crew. I love y'all. It's an honor to work with you every day. DeQuinta Brunson. Yeah. Wow. Randall Einhorn, Patrick Schumacher, all of our producers, my agents, Jen Craig, Gabrielle Cashman, everybody in Gersh, my lawyer, Dan Fox, my publicists, Craig Banky and Kevin McLaughlin, and to the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. I truly, truly appreciate this. And I pray that this is a win for Gregory Eddy and for his story and for stories like his, that we may understand that his story is just as important as all of the other stories that have to be told out here. Thank you so much for this.
Okay, I don't have a ton to say right now because, there wasn't a lot of awards going on there. Tyler James Williams winning is great. Honestly, I think that whole cast is phenomenal. Even the ones that at first I was like, I don't really know about them. I feel like everyone just really gels well in that cast together. So I am fine with anyone's from Abbott Elementary. I think it's a really fun comfort show. That's like the best way to describe it. Look, I'm not much of a sitcom guy. You guys know this. That's not really the type of stuff that I usually watch. But Abbott Elementary is a really fun show that I will turn on when I have like nothing else to watch. And I think it works very well. It's a very fun comedy show, and I think everyone works really well together. So yeah, Abbott Elementary all around. Very happy with the wins that it probably will get tonight. I assume it's going to get the majority of the comedy ones, but we'll have to see. Oh yeah, the Goonies too. He is great in that. I actually just watched The Goonies for the first time in 2021 and very much was worth the wait. I don't know why it took me that long. I know it's like, how are you a movie fan? You haven't seen The Goonies till then, but it was great. I really liked The Goonies a lot. Yeah, that is crazy. I mean, it's crazy that I've done this for fucking 10 years now. So thank you for sticking with me all that time, Janae, honestly, because I don't know how you have. Like, I've done this for so long. That's crazy. There's a lot of answers I could give to this, Terrell, because there's a lot of movies that I feel like were in 2022 where I'm like, why aren't more people talking about this? Like, this is such a good movie. I really wish this was getting more love. There's a lot of movies I could really give that title to. But the one that I really want to bring attention towards that I feel like people just are not talking about this enough. There's the one that really sticks out in my mind, I would say, is Resurrection. Very hard movie to watch. I haven't reviewed it yet, but Rebecca Hall should absolutely be not necessarily a front runner, but I think she definitely should be regarded as one of the best performances of last year just for like a 8-minute monologue she gives in that movie alone. She's phenomenal in it. But I really wish there was more love given towards that movie. It's a very hard movie to sell, especially because it's a movie you have to go in knowing very, very little of what it's actually about. Otherwise, the monologue itself, there's like, the monologue itself, it's not ruined necessarily, but I don't think it'll be as impactful if you don't know what the movie's about already. So it is a very hard movie to sell, admittedly, but I just really wish more people were talking about that one because I absolutely adore that film. It's a very challenging movie to watch, but I think it is a very rewarding one for sure. Also, Matilda the musical, I just think is really getting slept on. I think it's for a couple of reasons. One, it's a Netflix movie. We know they don't promote their movies well. This is not a shock to anybody. But also the fact that it just came out so close towards the end of the year. I just think it just really went under a lot of people's radar. And I think for people who are really clamoring for just really great musical adaptations, Matilda musical is a near perfect example of how to do that, I think. I mean, the choreography alone is just insane. Emma Thompson should be nominated for supporting actress in literally everything. She gives such a great performance as the Trunchbull. For me, like that's definitely a film that I think has gotten so overlooked from where I think it should be. Another one that's coming to mind came out so early in the year, but Fallout with Jenna Ortega. Again, another very hard movie to sell, but that's another one. So yeah, those are some that I would say are definitely a bit more overlooked than others. Oh, we're back already. What the fuck?
Usually, when everybody's talking about someone is reason enough to hate them. I truly love you, next presenter, a lot. I think she's so smart and so talented and so funny. Please welcome the star of Wednesday, Golden Globe nominee Jenna Ortega.
Yes. Could potentially be winning tonight. Really could. She's so talented.
Hey everyone. I'm going to get to original song in a minute. We've got artists like Taylor Swift and Rihanna competing for that award. I know. I'm very excited. But first we've got Where All of Those Great Songs Live, which is the movie score.
Oh.
Now we all have our favorite movie scores. Personally, I love the soundtracks of Eraserhead, Blade Runner, The Social Network, Jules at Jim. If you haven't seen Jules at Jim, I don't know what you're doing. Get on that. Highly recommend.
The taste jumped out, honestly. Taste jumped out from Jenna Ortega.
Score motion picture.
Banshees of Inisherin, Carter Burwell.
Very good score. Oh, I just saw Pinocchio recently. I'm obsessed with that score. It's so good. I think Justin Hurwitz should be getting this. Like, I think it's Justin Hurwitz, but we'll see.
And the Golden Globe goes to Justin Hurwitz.
Yes! I mean, come on. He's just one of the best composers. Like, it's a no-brainer. Oh, there's all the Babylon crew.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful that I had the opportunity to figure out at a young age that music was the thing for me. I'm grateful to my parents I'm grateful to the public schools I went to that had music classes. I think a lot about all of the people out there who are really talented at something but never get the chance to figure out what that thing is. So I just think it's so important to spread opportunity around, to make sure that everybody, kids and adults and everybody, has the opportunity to be exposed to things, to try things out, to figure out what's for them. Because I think things would be so much better if people could. I was very fortunate, but things would be better if people could figure out the thing that they were good at, the thing they loved doing more than anything else. And we just need opportunity. We need to spread the opportunity.
Yes.
Thank you, Team Babylon, and thank you, HFPA.
Very good score. Very good. I mean, very good speech. Not good score, but great speech too. That's what I meant.
And now here are the nominees for Best Original Song Motion Picture.
From Where the Crawdads Sing, Carolina.
I love Taylor Swift, but I don't remember the song. I wish Ciao Papa was winning, but it's not. I think it's going to be Hold My Hand. If it's not Hold My Hand, it's Lift Me Up. But we'll see.
And the Golden Globe goes to Naatu Naatu.
Oh my God! Holy shit! I need to watch RRR. Oh my God. What is wrong with me? It'll be like one of the last ones I watch. Just because I think it's like a good one to end on.
Thank you very much, HFPA, for this prestigious award, Golden Globe. I'm very much overwhelmed with this great moment happening. And I'm very happy to share this excitement with my wife, who is sitting right there. This award, it's been a practice, age-old practice to say that this award actually belongs to someone else. So I was planning not to say those words when I get an award like this, but I'm sorry to say that I'm going to repeat the tradition because I mean my words. This award belongs to, in order of priority, my brother and the director of the movie, S.S. Rajamouli, for his vision. I thank him for his constant trust in my work and support. And in order of priority, Mr. Prem Rakshit, who animated the Naatu Naatu song. And without him, this wouldn't have happened. And Kala Bhairava, who had given wonderful arrangements for the song. And Mr. Chandra Bose for his wonderful words as a lyricist. Mr. Rahul Sipliganj, along with Kala Bhairava, who rendered the song with high energy. And N.T. Ramarao and Ram Charan, who are with us to dance with full stamina for the song. Thank you all. And last but not least, Mr. Salil Siddharth and Jeevan Babu, who programmed the song. Wonderful work. Thank you very much. I just want to say a few words.
Oh. Oh my God, let him speak. What the fuck?
Just ahead, Best Actor in a TV series, musical, or comedy.
Like I get they want to like give them like they want to stay on time, but like literally he was almost done. It's so annoying. Anyway, yeah, I was not expecting for Naatu to get that. I mean, RRR's winning Best International Feature now. I feel like that's pretty much signed. You know, I feel like that's pretty much a done deal at this point, especially most of the time. You know, not always, but most of the time when there is a film and international feature that is nominated, and there is a, you know, they are nominated for something that is outside of international feature, especially if they win it, that usually is an indicator that they're winning Best International Feature. So yeah, I feel like RRR has this on lock at this point. Could even potentially receive a Best Picture nomination. I'm not sure. But yeah, that was really cool. I really like that speech a lot. I wish I got to hear more of it because the fucking guy was played off stage, but you know, that's nothing new with award shows. That's always something that's gonna frustrate us all. So yeah. Other than that though, like I said, pretty good night so far. I like what I've been seeing. Oh my God, don't get me started on this. I just don't know what's going on recently when it comes to streaming services and cancellations. I feel like we have taken the exact wrong lessons from fucking David Zaslav at HBO Max. Like, I'm sorry, you should never view a show as a tax write-off. You should never view a show as that. Like, when you are if you have, I just feel like, this is me personally, if you have given the energy to distribute a show and it doesn't do as well as you had hoped, and you then view it as a tax write-off, you should not have taken the project to begin with, and you should have put it in the hands of a network that would given it a lot more care. That's just my opinion, because I feel like this would not be happening if Netflix and HBO Max and all these other streaming services were not so willing to say yes to fucking everything that's handed to them. I feel like that's a big reason why this keeps happening, amongst a bevy of other things that just doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, that's why this is happening, because Netflix got so fucking overzealous with, oh, we can have as much content as possible, that they're losing money, and now they're canceling things that had legitimate fan bases, and they're not even giving them time to grow. I just don't understand what the point is in greenlighting something if you're not even gonna try to promote it. Like, most of these that are happening are completely their own fault. And yeah, some of the shows that were canceled aren't that great, but I feel like that's not even the conversation we're having here. The conversation we're having is just poor marketing in the first place, you know, is leading to basically the demise of these streaming services, and they're completely ending themselves. Like, that's why this is happening. So yeah, I mean, it's a much larger conversation that I think is very important to have, but just everything that's been happening has just been really infuriating to me. I know AMC just did as well to Pantheon. And the other thing that sucks is, like, most of these shows are like in development for season 2. It's also really annoying me that we can just reverse decisions now and not give shows a season 2 when we already gave them that decision. If you're going to do that, just have it canceled after season 3. Like, that's literally what you should do, especially if they're knee deep into production. Pantheon was literally like almost done with everything that they were doing, and then they just went and canceled it. It just really pisses me off. So yeah, that whole thing has been really frustrating me a lot, and I hope we don't I hope we don't continue seeing it, because all it's going to do is just basically cause the end of streaming services. I feel like I feel like a lot of these streaming services at the time were profitable because there wasn't as much content on their services, but now you have every streaming service trying to battle, and now this is like, I feel like, the big consequence of that. I mean, not everything on Netflix is bad. Like, I think it's still worth subscribing to. It's just, don't get too attached to their shows, because they're probably not going to last that long. But anyway, the show's back, so we can have this conversation later. But Jesus Christ, that got me so heated.
Your next presenter, I've been a fan of for a long long time.
Like, I've been wanting to talk about that shit for a while, so.
Remember, she's an incredible actress in film and television, and we both gay now, so that's cool. Put your hands together for Niecy Nash Bell.
Niecy Nash is so good in Dahmer. I just wanted to put that out there.
I don't know if you're clapping because you like the dress, because I'm here, or because I'm gay now, but I'll take it. I am a huge fan of all the nominees of TV actor and actresses in their in this particular category, but their characters do not play around. Barry is a badass assassin. Then there's Cassandra Bowden. She's very dangerous after a couple of drinks. She'll kill you, then tie that cute little scarf around her neck and hop on a flight to Tokyo. There's also Wednesday Addams. Now, honey, I don't know, black people don't play with ghosts, so we're going to slide past that right now. There's also Janine Teague. She's from Philly. Y'all know Philly girls don't play around. So the competition is very stiff. But first up, best performance by an actor in a television series, musical, or comedy.
Ooh.
Donald Glover, Atlanta.
This is the last time you could get it.
Bill Hader, Bennett.
I heard Barry was like the best it's ever been this year. I really need to catch up.
Martin Short.
Another show I haven't reviewed.
The Bear.
Another show I need to finish. The Bear. How have I not finished that? Oh my god.
Goes to Jeremy Allen White.
Oh shit.
This is Jeremy Allen White's first nomination and first win. He won this Golden Globe tonight for his role of Carmen Martin Rosato in The Bear.
Man, thank you, Hollywood Foreign Press. Thank you guys, my fellow nominees. I am in awe of you. I'm not sure where you are, but you're all legends. It's an honor just to have my name near yours, truly. The Bear. I love The Bear. I love Carmi, Chris Storer, Joanna Callow, everybody at FX, John Landgraf. Thank you guys. You've changed my life. I am incredibly, incredibly grateful. John Markland, I love you. If you're watching, I love you. I love you. Andrew Dunlap, thank you for hanging in there with me. Max, Robbie, Jillian, Justin, Chris Huvane. Chris Huvane really, really loved this show. He didn't get to see all of it. My cast, oh my God, my cast, Jesus Christ. My cast and crew, if I'm good, it is because you are good. So thank you so much. My parents, I love you. Thank you for making me feel like this was possible. Louis, Ezra, I love you so much. Addison Timlin, I love you deep in my bones. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you. I love acting. Thank you.
Here are the nominees for Best Performance by an Actress in a Television Series, Musical, or Comedy.
Quinta Brunson, Abbott Elementary.
Oh, okay, I think Quentin Brunson's getting this.
The Flight
Deservingly. She's fantastic on that show.
Selena Gomez, Only Murders in the Building. Jenna Ortega, Wednesday.
I feel like Jenna Ortega will eventually get it. It just won't be this year. Watch her be wrong. She gets it.
When I dressed up as you for Halloween, I just had to say that. All right, and had to take my moment. And the Golden Globe goes to. Well, we're just gonna keep the Black Girl magic going. Quinta, get up here, girl.
Oh, yes.
This is Quinta Brunson's first nomination and first win. She wins her Golden Globe tonight for her role of Janine Teagues in Abbott Elementary. Wow. Let me get myself together. Okay. Okay, let me skip past my family text messaging. I just want to say thank you. I want to get where I wrote it down so I can do it right. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you first to the people I have to say thank you to. So, to Disney, 20th Century, Warner Brothers, thank you guys. Thank you for believing in this show about a group of teachers from Philadelphia. It has resonated with the world in a way that I couldn't even imagine it would have. But let's be real, I did imagine, that's why I sold it to you. And thank you.
Yes.
I have to say thank you to Justin Halpern and Patrick Schumacher, my co-producers, who are just incredible and just support my vision. And it's just worth everything to be able to have two people support you like that. They're very white men, and they just be like, "Okay, Quinta, get away with a lot," and it really works out. I have to thank Randall Einhorn, who's another one of our producers, but also one of the main directors for Abbott Elementary. He helps the vision come to life. I need to thank, oh my God, my family who's texting me right now, my group text the butts, you guys get a shout out. My husband, my wonderful, wonderful, wonderful cast. I love you guys so much, and I wouldn't be here if it weren't for having you. I can't believe I got to see one of my cast members win tonight, and I'm just so happy to be here with you all. I feel like I'm missing someone, but I think I got it all. No, my agents, my team, SCA, I love you so much. And Adam Siegel, my manager, thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good night, everybody. Letitia Wright, Top Gun Mavericks, Glenn Powell, and JLS. Plus, Jamie Lee Curtis.
All right. So once again, I think really good wins all around. The Bear, admittedly, I've only seen one episode of, but I do think that Jeremy Allen White is phenomenal in it from what I've seen. And that show, like, really authentically represents restaurant life, I think, better than any other show I've seen. So I think he definitely deserves the win there, especially as just a very overstressed like manager who cares so much about like his place of work, his passion, and it kind of like clouds everything else. I think he just does that perfectly. And then Quinta Brunson, I mean, Abbott Elementary would not be a thing without her. So it just, you know, she holds that show together so well. She is so great on that show. Janine is such a great character, and she just plays that character so well. So once again, I mean, I feel like Abbott Elementary is nominated for something. They're probably going to win. Like, I feel like that's just how the tempo of tonight is going to go when it comes to comedy series. And I'm very much here for it because I think it's a fantastic show. Once again, I want to reiterate that. I love Abbott Elementary. It's such a fun, like I said, just a really good comfort show when I need something fun to watch or something short to watch as well. I always try to watch it. So I'm not caught up on it like I am with a lot of shows, but I've seen a good portion of it now, and it's definitely a really fun show. So I'm very happy to see it getting awards. So yeah. So I did see this question, Terrell. Okay, so the reason we did not talk about it is because I've mentioned this before. With those videos that I do a pilot reviews, the only shows I exclude are spinoffs because I don't watch the show that it's originated from. And so, like, if there's references or something like that, I'm not going to know them. The only reason we did the Winchesters is because that's a prequel, and I felt like that one would work. So that's why we did the Winchesters, but that's also not a show that I'm going to continue watching. So yeah, that's really my thoughts on that. I'm going to start putting just so there's no confusion. I'll start putting disclaimers in videos and things like that again, just in case like people are like, why didn't you talk about this show? Because I haven't seen the show it's based on, so I don't know who this character is. So yeah, that's why we didn't do that. Admittedly, we probably shouldn't have done the Winchesters anyway, but for some reason we did. So yeah, that is why. Movies I'm looking forward to seeing this year. There's a whole bunch. Look, most anticipated of the year. It's pretty obvious. There's a Scorsese movie coming out, Killers of the Flower Moon, most anticipated the entire year for sure, but very, very close to edging that out. But Was Afraid trailer just came out for it, and oh my god, it looks insane. Ari Aster, just one of the best working today. He has a movie coming out. It's going to be at least in my top 5, so that's definitely there. Other ones that I'm really excited for. That are on the list. Dune Part 2, very hyped for that one. New Mission Impossible movie. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. The Color Purple, I'm actually really excited for. I think, the Broadway musical is fantastic, and I really like the cast they assembled for that. So I think that one's going to be really great. Oppenheimer, any Christopher Nolan stuff. Hopefully this is not another Tenet or disappoints me, but I think Oppenheimer looks great. Guardians 3, easily most anticipated MCU film. It's been so long since we've seen these characters, especially getting the recent holiday special just reminded me like how much I love the Guardians. So yeah, very excited for that. I'm actually really excited for the Barbie movie. Greta Gerwig's directing it and Margot Robbie's starring in it. It's got a really great cast. So yeah, I'd actually put the Barbie movie on there in like my top 10 at least. Challengers, Luca Guadagnino, Scream 6, Knock at the Cabin, Maxine, the third film in the X trilogy. There's just a lot of films that I'm really excited for next year. I wasn't a fan of Monarch, so I'm not too upset about that one. But granted, I only saw one episode, so maybe it got better. I don't know.
Welcome back.
Was he just pretending to be asleep? Oh my god.
Only because I see Rihanna is here, and I'm gonna say something very controversial that I will actually get in trouble for this.
Oh.
Rihanna, you take all the time you want on that album, girl. Who's on the internet pressing you into nothing? Anyway, nominated for.
Oh, that's so funny.
Which is incredible. Please put your hands together for the incomparable Ana de Armas.
It's a big year for Rihanna too, because she's at the Super Bowl. So, how was Ana de Armas nominated? Like after all the controversy with Blonde, how did they let that happen? She's great in the movie, from what I've seen at least. I've only seen like 20 minutes of it, but
and you continue to inspire me with great performances, like those of this year's nominees for Best Performance by an Actor in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. Diego Calva, Babylon.
So good in that movie, like so overlooked, honestly. Oh my god. I have so much to say about Glass Onion. That review is going to be good. Look forward to that one. Another movie I need to review. These are all movies that like I haven't talked about at length. What the hell is wrong with me?
The Golden Globe goes to Colin Farrell.
Yeah, I mean that one. Yeah. I would have been shocked if it went to anybody else.
Extraordinary. I cried myself to sleep the night that I saw your film, Blonde. I cried myself to sleep. It's something to do with the music as well that played at the moment where the shot opens and you just see her ankles at the edge of the bed. It messed me up so bad. Not a joke, but you're welcome to laugh. It's not my place to say what's appropriate laughter or not in this world. I want to thank Peter Chernin. I want to thank Graham Broadbell from Blueprint, Matthew Greenfield, and David Greenbaum from Searchlight. So many people, Foxwell. Martin McDonough, I owe you so much, man. 14 years ago, you put me working with Brendan Gleeson, my dance partner, and you changed the trajectory of my life forever in ways that I begrudgingly will be grateful to you for the rest of my days. To work on this film, I never expect films to work or to find an audience, and when they do, it's shocking to me. And so I'm so horrified by what's happened around Banshees over the last couple of months in a thrilling kind of way. Brendan, I love you so much. I love you so much. Get to cohabitate this creative space with you every day. All I did when I came to work every day was aspire to be your equal. I'm not saying I even got there, but the aspiration kept me going. And I thank you for that for the rest of my days also. Kerry, to finally see the world after 20 years of acting, you can forget that piano. To finally see the world. Find your work now, you're extraordinary. Barry.
Yeah, let these people speak. Come on. We don't need the piano.
A word of advice, Barry. Don't eat his crunching up cornflakes and leave him with no breakfast.
Oh my God.
Never send a man to work in an empty belly. I want to thank Sheila Flitton, who played our band She. I want to thank the cast and the crew and the locals of Inishmore and Atholl Island that brought us in, and there was lines blurred between all of us so that we were just one big family for the betterment of all of our souls on that experience. And lastly, Jenny the donkey, who is, Jenny, and she's having an early retirement because she's business. You're welcome to it. I'm one and done, so she's gone, and my kids at home who are watching this, James and Henry, the loves of my life. I love you so much, and thanks to Hollywood Foreign Press. All the best.
Here are the nominees for Best Performance by an Actress in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy.
Leslie Manville, Mrs. Harris goes to Paris.
I literally forgot about that movie. I think she's getting this. At least she should. She's great too, but it's not like her best performance or anything. That's a great performance. Oh wait, what the fuck am I saying? No, Michelle Yeoh's getting this. What the hell is wrong with me?
And the Golden Globe goes to Michelle Yeoh.
Yes! Woo! Fuck yes.
Okay, I'm just going to stand here and take this all in. For 40 years, not letting go of this. So just quickly, thank you, Hollywood Foreign Press, for giving me this honor. It's been an amazing journey, an incredible fight to be here today, but I think it's been worth it. I remember when I first came to Hollywood, it was a dream come true until I got here, because look at this face. I came here and was told you're a minority, and I'm like, no, that's not possible. And then someone said to me, you speak English. I mean, forget about them not knowing Korea, Japan, Malaysia, Asia, India. And then I said, yeah, the flight here was about 13 hours long, so I learned. As time went by, as I turned 60 last year.
Oh wow.
And I think
Good for her.
all of you women understand this. As the days, the years, and the numbers get bigger, it seems like opportunities start to get smaller as well. And I probably was at a time where I thought, well, hey, come on, girl, you had a really, really good run. You worked with some of the best people, Steven Spielberg, Jim Cameron, and Dan Boyle. And so It's good. It's all good. Then along came the best gift. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Shut up, please. And I can beat you up, okay? I'm not serious. And I thank
You tell them.
A24 Ley Line for believing in these two goofy, insanely smart, wonderful geniuses, the Daniels, who had the courage to write about a very ordinary immigrant, aging woman, mother, daughter, who was the worst thing, trying to do her audit. She was being audited by the IRS, played by the most amazing Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes.
I was given this gift of playing this woman who resonated so deeply with me and with so many people. Because at the end of the day, in whatever universe she was at, she was just fighting for love for her family. And without Evelyn Wong was no one without Raymond Wong, and there was no joy in her life without Stephanie Hsu, the most amazing Stephanie Hsu, and my hot dog lover, Jamie Lee Curtis. To Jonathan Wong, my producer, thank you for being there with us every step of the way. My managers, David Unger and Kit Wong, who believed in me. And this is also for all the shoulders that I stand on, all who came before me, who looks like me, and all who are going on this journey with me forward. So thank you for believing in us. Thank you.
All right, so great wins all around, I would say. Very happy to that. Very happy that Michelle Yeoh got that. I mean, that would have been like the biggest snub of the night if she didn't. So I'm very happy to see that Michelle Yeoh won that award. That speech was every bit as great as I had hoped, similar to Ke Huy Quan's, and so I just really love that a lot. And then Colin Farrell winning was not surprising either. I feel like when it comes to like the best actor conversation, a lot of people were saying, oh, Brendan Fraser's the front runner, but I feel like we've gotten to a point where it's probably Colin Farrell. So I feel like if he didn't win, I would have been shocked. So yeah, I think Colin Farrell is probably winning the Oscar. It's going to be him or Austin Butler at this point. Brendan Fraser would be great, and I think it would be very deserving, but I just feel like The Whale has not gotten the reviews that people were hoping it would get. So I feel like, especially because of that, and because it didn't really get the buzz that people were hoping, I feel like it's probably going to Austin Butler for dramatic actor, but we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Okay. I have a lot of questions. What the fuck? Okay. Mayfair Witches. Yes, looking forward to it. I have not heard good things, but I am looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm excited for Shazam 2 for sure. Especially, honestly though, like I'm most excited for Rachel Zegler. Like if I'm being real, like I love the first Shazam. I'm excited for Shazam 2, but Rachel Zegler being in it makes me that much more excited. So that's, yeah. Glass Onion is on par for me with Knives Out. I think both are really great in their own rights. But yeah, I would honestly say it's on par. Literally had the same exact issue with Glass Onion that I did with Knives Out. But the things I love about Knives Out, continue into Glass Onion, but also I think are but I think Glass Onion is a very different movie compared to Knives Out as well. So yeah. Zombies 3. I did not do a review for this. I meant to, I just didn't. But Zombies 3, I will say right now, I didn't hate. I actually thought that there was some stuff to like about Zombies 3. The music is a lot better. I've actually listened to quite a few of the songs since watching the movie. Nothing But Love, especially, ain't no doubt about it. And what's the other one that I keep listening to? Exceptional Zed. That's the other one. Yeah, really good songs in Zombies 3. And I actually think they handle the conflict a little better when it comes to the aliens, like kind of how I wanted them to handle the werewolves. But they just didn't really do the greatest job with it. But it's still like not super well written. A lot of it does feel quite derivative of the first two movies. You kind of wonder like, why did this need to be a trilogy? Because there's not a lot of story here. You also really just remember like how little so many of the characters have to do and things like that. I do think that Milo Manheim gives easily his best performance in this one. This is like the first one where I feel like he wasn't completely just like uncharismatic. Like he had energy in this one. I enjoyed his performance here. Meg Donnelly's always great. She's always been the saving grace of that franchise for me. But yeah, I didn't hate Zombies 3. I thought it was okay. The ending, honestly, I kind of liked. So yeah, there were definitely aspects I liked more than the first two, but still nothing really that great. My most new network cable streaming shows. I mean, my most anticipated for the first half of the year at least is The Last of Us, which is coming out in a few days. So I'm very excited for that. Returning favorites, I mean, there's a whole bunch. I think I would say Severance is probably the biggest one because I have not been that that anxious to see a cliffhanger in a long time. So I think I have to go Severance for returning ones. Little Mermaid, look, you guys are going to hate me for this, but I'm really not that excited for The Little Mermaid. I think Halle Berry looks great. I'm excited to see Halle Berry looks great. I'm excited to see like her performance overall, but just not Disney remakes don't interest me that much. But anyway.
Did we figure that out?
What the speaking of Little Mermaid, what the fuck?
South Carolina. Does that count? Is it like Drake rules where like a black person can interpret white voice? Okay. Anyway, Black Men in Trouble, please welcome four-time Golden Globe winner and nominee this year, Claire Danes.
The very first animated film was produced in 1906. In the 117 years since then, animation techniques have changed in so many ways. But what has remained a constant over the years is the ability of these films to entertain movie fans of every generation. Here are this year's nominees for Best Motion Picture Animated.
Ooh.
Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
I mean, this should go to Pinocchio. Like, I'm sorry, it should be Pinocchio here, bar none. All the ones I've seen, these are all great movies, though. Turning Red was so incredibly overlooked. That's another one that I just wish more people talked about.
Goes to Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, fuck yes. Oh. Like I said, I just saw Pinocchio like a couple days ago. It was so good.
Thank you, Hollywood Foreign Press. Very grateful for this. And I tell you, I'm happier that for anything else, being here with you in person, we're back.
Yes.
Some of us are drunk. What can be better? It's been a great year for cinema. Cinema of all sizes, ambition, big swings, intimate movies, and therefore it's been a great year for animation. Because animation is cinema.
Yes.
Animation.
Fucking preach it, please. Animation is cinema. Not a genre. Not a genre.
First of all, to our wives, Jennifer and Ken, who gave us life when we were inanimate objects, and if you see us on the dance floor, we're still inanimate objects. But also to our crew and cast of animators. We made this movie with more than 60 units, or with more than 1,000 days of shoot, and gave a life and beauty and truth to a tale about life, loss, and belonging. We hope if you haven't watched it, watch it. It's a movie not for kids, but kids can see it with you. Maybe you explain it to them. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to describe it.
See you later.
Oh, I love Guillermo del Toro so much. Speeches like that just remind me of why.
I'm inspired by the brilliance of the performers in this category. They took us through the generational traumas of a dysfunctional family on the mend, launched us out of one man's monotonous life into an adventurous new journey of self-fulfillment. We stepped into the blue suede shoes and behind the lip curve of a music icon and rode the emotional journey and waves of an estranged relationship between father and daughter. We are indebted to the generous talent they have shared. So, here are the nominees for Best Performance by an Actor in a Motion Picture Drama.
Austin Butler, Elvis. Brendan Fraser.
Oh, here we go. I think it's going to be Austin Butler. The way the sun has just gotten like completely just like shunned.
Jeremy Pope, The Inspection.
I need to still see The Inspection. Living is not anywhere, so I haven't been able to see that.
Goes to you. Austin Butler.
Oh, okay, there it is. There it is.
This is Austin Butler's first Golden Globe nomination and first win. He wins his Golden Globe tonight for his role of Elvis Presley in Elvis.
Oh, boy, my boy. Woo. Oh, man. All my words are leaving me. I just am so grateful right now. I'm in this room full of my heroes. Brad, I love you. Quentin, I printed out the Pulp Fiction script when I was 12. I cannot believe I'm here right now. I just want to thank the Hollywood Foreign Press for this honor. I want to also say to my fellow nominees, you have turned in the most beautiful, profound work, and I am so honored and proud to be listed among you. I owe this to a bold, visionary filmmaker who allowed me the experience to take risks, and I always knew I would be supported. Baz Luhrmann, I love you. Thank you for believing in me in those moments that I didn't even believe in myself. I'm so grateful to you. I also want to thank my dance partner, the greatest dance partner I could have ever hoped for, Mr. Tom Hanks. Thank you. I also gotta thank Denzel Washington. Denzel, thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity in championing me when you did not have to. I'm so grateful for all eternity to you. I also want to thank our incredible producers and Warner Brothers and the Presley family. Thank you guys. Thank you for opening your hearts, your memories, your home to me. Lisa Marie, Priscilla, I love you forever. You could at least play Suspicious Minds or something. So I also want to thank my family. My sister is here with me tonight, Ashley. I love you so much. I want to thank my dad who's watching at home. I want to thank my mom, who I know is smiling down right now. Mama, I love you so much. Thank you for sacrificing so much for me. And lastly, Elvis Presley himself. You were an icon and a rebel, and I love you so much. Thank you.
Up next, Top Gun Mavericks Glenn Powell and Jay Ellis. Then later, Billy Porter pays tribute to Ryan Murphy. Plus, Henry Golding and Hilary Swank here on the Golden Globes.
All right. So I feel like that confirms Austin Butler's winning the Oscar. I think that's definitely happening at this point, and honestly, as it should be. Another movie I haven't talked about, Elvis. He is phenomenal in. Elvis was a huge surprise for me last year. I thought that movie was going to be complete and utter shit because I don't normally like Baz Luhrmann, but it's the first Baz Luhrmann film in a long time that actually worked for me. So yeah, any Austin Butler praise should very much. I mean, either way. Austin Butler gave one of the best performances of last year. Like just the way that he encapsulated Elvis was just incredible. But Elvis as a whole is just a film that really surprised me. So yeah, very, very good win for sure. And then Guillermo del Toro winning for Pinocchio. I mean, there was no universe in my mind where Pinocchio was not winning Best Animated Feature. It absolutely should. It's the perfect way to take a like classic story and really just turn it around and make it your own. And I feel like Del Toro absolutely did that in a way that few directors really could have. So yeah, Pinocchio winning Best Animated Feature absolutely was the correct win. So yeah, that's what I have to say about that. Also, oh my God, no, it should not have. Don't. I'm still not forgiving you for making me watch that. What the fuck, Henry? That was just, fucking Marmaduke. I have things to say about Marmaduke, but wait for the what I watched in May video whenever that comes out. So. Breakout on-screen role performance. I feel like I have to give this to Jenna Ortega, just based on all the roles that she had this year and how many of them she absolutely killed. I mean, whether it was Scream, I mean, who can forget the character she played in that, her role in X, The Fallout having one of the best performances of last year, and then her in Wednesday. I mean, she just killed every role that she was given. So, yeah, I think this has to go to Jenna Ortega. Another one I want to mention, though, Diego Calva in Babylon was just incredible, and I don't think enough people are talking about him. Same with Gabriel LaBelle in The Fabelmans. Both those performances are so overlooked, and I mean, it makes sense. There are so many great performances in both Babylon and The Fabelmans, but those two should not be counted out in any way. So I think those are definitely ones that I would consider for sure. I mean, best animated film, like I said, for me is Pinocchio. Worst animated film is the one Henry just brought up, Marmaduke. So yeah. Also, this is moving like really quickly. Like this is easily one of the most well-paced Golden Globes I've seen in a long time. They're really wasting no time in getting through these awards. I can't believe we're already doing like the major like best actor, best actress in a drama, but we've already we just did best actor, so I assume best actress in a drama is coming very soon, which probably going to who's nominated for that again? Let me check. Oh, Cate Blanchett. It's going to Cate Blanchett. Like that one's pretty easy. So yeah, I think that's who's winning that one, but we'll have to see. But yeah, overall, I think this is just a really, really well-paced show. Honestly, like everything's moving really quickly and nothing's really dragging on. But can we please stop fucking cutting people off? It's really annoying when that happens. Also, I forgot to say earlier, but like Justin Hurwitz winning for Babylon, very deserving as well. And oh my God, it's back already. I think this is the other reason. There's like not many commercials this time. What the hell? Oh my God. Yes. You knew it was going to get brought up eventually.
I think maybe we take these three things and exchange them for the safe return of Shelly Miskovich. Anyway, from Top Gun Maverick, please welcome Glenn Powell and Jay Ellis. We are honored to present the award for Best Performance by an Actress in a Television Series Drama.
Oh,
Here are the nominees.
oh, they're getting right to it. I don't think they're getting it. I don't know who is getting this one, honestly. Honestly, it should be Zendaya, just based on the one episode alone, and it might be.
And the Golden Globe goes to Zendaya.
Holy shit! Two-time.
Zendaya couldn't be with us tonight, so we are going to accept this award on her behalf. She's busy. She's working.
She is definitely busy. She has some big projects this year.
A supporting acting award is two people who work with Tom Cruise in Top Gun Maverick.
You know, supporting roles require just as much dedication and preparation as any lead role. You know, for 2 seconds of screen time in a topless beach football scene, I ate nothing but protein paste for a week. Didn't stop flexing for a year.
He's actually it's been 4 years. You know, to support Tom's need for speed, I flew an F-18 at ridiculously low altitudes and high speeds just because Tom loves that stuff. But who cares if I had to wear an adult diaper? No, seriously. Do you know how big that diaper was? I'm 6'3".
Bottom line, all the hard work, sacrifice, near-death experiences, adult diapers were worth it because our movie rocked the world.
Yes, it did.
I mean, all of you number ones would be nothing without us number twos. You know, without Hangman, Maverick would be dead. So, just think about that.
It's a good thing Tom's not here. Now, here are the nominees for Best Performance by an Actress in a Supporting Role in a Musical, Comedy, or Drama television series.
Elizabeth Debicki, The Crown.
Okay. I don't watch Hawks. I really need to. It's their last time to win it, so. But it's going to be, okay, Janelle James is getting it. Abbott Elementary once again. Or it could be Cheryl Lee Ralph.
And the Golden Globe goes to
Julia Garner.
Oh! Okay. I mean, it's her last time to get it, so it makes sense. I never caught up to Ozark. I was supposed to, and then I just never did.
Wow. Oh, wow. Thank you so much to the Hollywood Foreign Press, everyone at Netflix and MRC. I'm overwhelmed. I'm so grateful to be here with all of you. Playing Ruth for the last few years has just been the greatest gift in my life. I want to thank Chris Mundy, our wonderful showrunner, Jason Bateman, Laura Linney, and our wonderful cast and crew that just became our family and unconditional love all around. Thank you for keeping everyone's heart safe, my heart safe. I want to say thank you to my team who's been with me for years, my husband, Mark, I love you. And I love all of you guys, and I admire all of you guys, and I share this with all of you guys. Thank you so much.
The stars are here at the Golden Globes, like Ana de Armas, who will be joining the John Wick universe in Ballerina. Her category is coming up soon, here on NBC.
Yeah, very good awards here. Julia Garner winning, that definitely threw me for a loop. I thought for sure it was going to be Cheryl Lee Ralph, but like I said, it's her last time to win it for Ozark, so I assume that's probably why that was the case. That's definitely, that's definitely something that I was surprised by. Also, Zendaya winning, amazing. I love the fact that she is a 2-time winner for the same character. Look, say what you want about Euphoria. Zendaya is giving like one of the best performances in anything right now, I feel like, especially what she had to do in that one particular episode. You guys know which one I'm talking about if you watch the show. Just the lengths that she went to there, just absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, she definitely deserves the award here. Best favorite supporting on-screen role performance of 2022. Are we talking movie? Or are we talking TV? Because if we're talking movie, it's fucking Ke Huy Quan, like no doubt. It's like easily Ke Huy Quan. Also Stephanie Sue. I mean, those two were just absolutely phenomenal. If we're talking from a TV perspective, supporting, then I'd really have to think about it. There's a lot of contenders for that one, but that I have to think. Honestly, I have to think about that question, Terrell. I'll get back to you on that one in a little bit. But for movie, I would definitely say the two I mentioned. Bros really did underperform. I think that definitely didn't help it, was that statement that Billy Eichner made. But I also feel like it's just really hard to sell comedies. And you need like the proper, it sucks, but you need the proper like star power behind it. That's why Ticket to Paradise did so well, because people know George Clooney and Julia Roberts. People aren't as familiar with, for example, a Billy Eichner, unless you're part of like, a specific, unless you watch like Billy on the Street or other shows that he was involved in. So I feel like that's another reason why it underperformed. I hate that it comes down to star power sometimes, but I feel like for comedies these days, especially because the majority of them don't come to theaters, I feel like that's another reason why it underperformed, unfortunately. The best comedy I saw in 2022 was Cha Cha Real Smooth or Glass Onion, but also Everything Everywhere is a comedy, so I would count that. And if I'm not counting Everything Everywhere, it's Glass Onion or Cha Cha Real Smooth. I really wish more people were talking about Cha Cha Real Smooth like they were in the beginning of the year, but they're not, and I really wish they were, because both of those are phenomenal. It's such a phenomenal movie. I would say one of those two for sure. Once again, I know I said this, but like really quick award show. Like it's really moving quickly. We're already approaching like the last like hour or so. And I assume this is not going to be as long as it usually is, because they're really trying to fly through awards here, and they're doing a pretty good job, I would say. Because we have not too many left to do. Yeah, they really can't. They really don't. Yeah, they really don't at all. I feel like it's just really hard for studios to like sell comedies to people, and it sucks. But that's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. Unless you're like an IP or you have like a recognizable actor in the role, it's just really hard to do well, it seems like, box office wise. But I feel like with the year we just had, I feel like things are heading in a better direction. But we will see. Yes.
Real quick. Everybody be quiet. I want to take a second and shout out Steven Spielberg, who's here. Incredible. Just, it's an honor, sir. Fableman. I actually saw it with Kanye.
Oh, no.
And it changed everything for him. So that's you changed Kanye West's mind. Please welcome Emmy Grammy. This guy, wait, we got to chill because this guy has a long intro and I got to remember all these things. I got to say it. I got to get it right.
Oh my God.
Big. I don't want to like really mess this up. Please welcome Emmy, Grammy, and two-time Tony Award winning and Golden Globe nominated actor, singer, director, and producer, Billy Porter.
Yes. Billy Porter does have a lot of wins. Holy shit. I mean, as he should, but
What's up? How's everybody doing? If I believed in Halloween, I would have dressed up as Rihanna as well. Prolific, visionary, game changer, trailblazer, champion of truth, fearless, boss man, workaholic, ally.
oh, this is for Ryan Murphy.
Mentor, friend. There aren't
enough words in the English language.
Oh my God, Brandon. Yeah, it has been a minute. Also, not really, not a ton of surprises so far. Good show though. Good show. I feel like that in itself is a surprise.
I discovered on day one that Hollywood wasn't having all this black boy joy. Yes. And as I spent many a year teetering on the precipice of obscurity, it was you, Ryan, and your fearless art that spoke to me, comforted me, and let me know that if I could just hold on a little while longer, my time would come. Fast forward to 16 years later, I got the call for a groundbreaking series called Pose. Now, as Hollywood lore would have it, and as Keith Stephen Canals, the creator of Pose, has said publicly, he got 162 passes on Pose. Blessedly, the 163rd meeting with Ryan turned out to be the singular yes our community needs to finally have our stories, our lives, our souls honored, validated, and seen. And so I'm humbled to know that I'm up here standing in proxy for a myriad of artisans, both in front of the camera, behind the scenes, and beyond, whose lives you've touched and have forever changed for the better. Years ago, show creator, director, and producer Ryan Murphy set out on a course that would change television forever.
I want to feel the membrane that separates our world from the heavens.
Oh my God, Halston. Remember that show?
Its characters can be gorgeous or terrifying.
Seb, I'm trying to watch something right now. Maybe later, but not when I'm watching a not when I'm watching an award show. But love you, King.
It begs the question, what haven't we seen before?
Tell me what you don't like about the show.
Inviting us to see what is beneath the facade.
Feud needs to come back. Like I'm just saying that right now. Feud needs to come back at some point. It's like legitimately one of Ryan Murphy's best projects. I never saw The Watcher. Oh God, not Apocalypse. I do not like that season.
Explores the fascinating gruesome nature of humankind.
Hold on one second. I'm getting a phone call. Oh, I missed the call. Okay, I'll call. I will call this person back in a little bit.
Who pays meticulous attention to every detail, wardrobe, makeup, and of course, music.
Oh, there's the Glee reference. What?
In Ryan's world, the underdogs and the marginalized become heroes of the story.
This is all I'm seeing right now. I just don't know. Goodbye. Fucker's trying to sabotage my stream. I swear to God. What? People keep trying to hijack my stream. Yeah, definitely don't tell Jazzy. That would not be good.
Okay. Here's how I'd like to start. A year ago, the Golden Globes weren't televised, but the show did go on. And I was so thrilled.
Oh my God.
MJ Rodriguez from my show Pose had been awarded Best Actress in a Drama Series.
Do you want to sing for us?
Not right now.
Okay.
I think the first trans actress ever to win.
Jesus Christ.
And I thought, wow, how I would have loved for MJ to be on this stage, getting the standing ovation she deserved for making history. And I'm thrilled to say that MJ is one of my guests tonight. She's here at my table. So MJ, please stand up and let's give her the ovation that she deserves.
Oh, I love this. Because she never did get an award. So she deserves that. And she was so good on that show.
So I had the joy of working with and directing Carol Burnett on Glee long ago. She's one of my idols. And tonight's award made me reflect
No.
on what a lifetime of achievement really is. You get there, I think, by being fearless.
Gotten like 5 calls in a row from my friends who want me to sing for some reason.
And I'm going to start by talking about
The fucking nerve. What the fuck? Fucking audacity.
Growing up in Pittsburgh, Billy was constantly told that he was not worthy, said Billy, quote, "When I demanded to be seen as a three-dimensional human being, the work dried up." But Billy Porter kept at it, and now he's one of the most iconic actors of his generation, with 2 Tonys, a Grammy, and an Emmy Award for Pose to show for it. More than that, Billy Porter has changed our perceptions by changing fashion. He did this. He's the one who ushered in this new movement by wearing a black velvet tuxedo gown on the Oscars red carpet. I asked him to wear that outfit tonight, and he said, "Bitch, it's in a museum." But he whipped up this fuchsia replica for me. I love it, and I love him. Thank you, Billy. Where are you? I also think tonight of the achievements of Niecy Nash's life.
Yes.
Born in LA, a mother of 3, she was told only a couple of years ago, when she wanted to marry the love of her life, Jessica, that she shouldn't do that. She might never work again. Her community and her industry would abandon her. Niecy Nash chose love, not fear. And tonight, she's Golden Globe nominee Niecy Nash Betts. And she's had the biggest year of her entire career with Dahmer and Ricky Feds. Niecy, I love you. Just like Niecy, Matt Bomer of Spring, Texas, was told as a young man with big dreams to never come out to lie. The audience might not believe you as an actor. Well, to me, Matt is an action hero in life. He has now defied ridiculous rules that have been in place for almost a century. He's played the action star and the romantic lead and been in acclaimed dramatic projects along the way, winning a Golden Globe for my movie, Normal Heart, Matt, I Love You. Thank you for being here for me. And although he is very young, the achievements of Jeremy Pope astound me. From Orlando, Florida, Jeremy was also told growing up to deny who he was. But Jeremy refused to hide. He's been nominated for a Tony Award twice in 1 year, was nominated for a lead actor Emmy for my show Hollywood, and tonight is nominated for a Golden Globe for The Inspection, and then hopefully onto a well-deserved Oscar nomination.
Yes.
Jeremy Pope is the future. I dedicated most of my lifetime achievement speech here tonight to these wonderful actors I've worked with to make a point of hope and progress. When I was a young person at home in the 70s watching the Carol Burnett show, I never ever saw a person like me getting an award or even being a character on a TV show. It's hard being an LGBTQ kid in America, in fact, all over the world then and now. And I have one word for you, Florida. You are often told you will never become anything, you have to hide your light to survive. But for those kids watching tonight, I offer up MJ and Billy and Niecy and Matt and Jeremy as examples of possibility. There is a way forward. Use them as your North Stars. For 25 years, that's all I've ever tried to do here in Hollywood. My mission was to take the invisible, the unloved, and make them the heroes I longed to see but never did in pop culture. And I would like to thank the architects of my wonderful, crazy career, Brian Lord, Kevin Uvain, Simon Halls, Joe Cohen, Craig Emanuel, and Holly Newman. And also none of the shows that I've made that have attempted to change hearts and minds all over the world would have been made without the love and vision and support of Dana Walden and John Landgraf. Where are you? You're somewhere. And Ted Sarandos and Bella Bajaria. And I'd also like to say thank you to my team that keeps the trains running on time. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention the incredible iconic talents who have bet on me repeatedly through thick and thin. Jessica Lange, Julia Roberts, Lady Gaga, Leslie Grossman, Billy Ward, Sarah Paulson, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Brad Falchuk. And some special people who I love who are in this room tonight. Jamie Lee Curtis, Angela Bassett and Courtney B. Vance, Carl Franklin, Paris Barclay, Ian Brennan, Alexis Martin Woodall, Jennifer Coolidge, Richard Jenkins, and the incredible Evan Peters. Then there's my family, who I love very much, my better half, David Miller, Dana Matt Walden, Bart Brown, and my children, can't believe I get to say that on stage, Logan, Ford, and Griffin. Thank you to the Hollywood Foreign Press, to Brian Robbins, my first director, to Brad Pitt and Dee Dee Gardner, my first producers, and to Steven Spielberg, who bought my very first script back when God was a boy years ago. Lastly, one of the most incredible things about working with Carol Burnett is you could ask her anything. One day we were sitting around during a lighting setup, and I asked her why she tucked her ear at the end of every show. What did that mean? She laughed and said it was a secret signal to her beloved grandmother Mabel, a way to say hi and all is good. So this is from her book. Thank you.
Oh, that was such a good speech. Like, legitimately, I really like that speech a lot. I really liked how he shed a light on like the artists that like he's recruited and that has become like, you know, that they've become like bigger successes and things like that. That was just great. That was a really great speech all around. So I very much enjoyed watching that. All right, let's look at the questions here. Yeah, that does happen a lot, which has been good. Like, there's definitely been some recent examples, I feel like, that have done much better. The Northman, for example, performed really badly in theaters, but from what I heard, did a lot better through, like, video on demand and things like that. So that's really good that has happened. Favorite male leading on-screen role performance of 2022. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities for this. I think TV-wise, I mean, Adam Scott's definitely in there for Severance. Bob Odenkirk's definitely in there. I would say Robert Pattinson for movie-wise, like Robert Pattinson for the Batman. I've already talked about Austin Butler in Elvis, who I thought was really great. Colin Farrell. Brendan Fraser was great in The Whale. Leading performances. That's another question I'd really have to think a lot about. Like I said, Diego Calva, I feel like is being very overlooked. I would definitely throw him in there. Yeah, those are definitely some of the ones that I would probably bring up. No, unfortunately, no. I know it's unfortunate. Like he's been nominated a lot, but he's just it happens every year. He's nominated, and Dingle can't seem to get that award. And maybe one day it'll happen, but I just don't think it's a little too stacked this year. I don't think this is Quandale Dingle's year, but we'll have to see. Favorite song. I got to throw it to All Star. Definitely my favorite song of all time for sure. Excited for the Community movie. So I never finished Community, but yeah, I'm excited for when it happens. What I've seen, it's a fantastic show, great cast of characters. So I definitely am excited for if they end up doing it, because who fucking knows these days if it actually ends up happening. Favorite Ryan Murphy project. I mean, there's a lot out there. There's some recently, I think, that just haven't really been all that great. But there's been some really good ones, for sure. I think definitely. I think definitely Pose is for sure in there. Feud, like I said, is fantastic. American Crime Story, I think, is probably my favorite. I think that was easily like the most consistent, so I'd probably say that. No, we're not even gonna go there. It deserves. Does it deserve a Golden Globe? Honestly, no, it doesn't. Just because it's too good for one. It's too good for a Golden Globe. It deserves it's in the applause awards for sure, but it's not a Golden Globe, unfortunately. It does deserve an. Well, actually, no, it doesn't deserve an. It deserves a Safety Without Power. That's what it deserves.
While we were on commercial, we actually presented Will Smith with the Rock Hudson Award.
Oh no!
Masculinity on television. So,
oh my God!
Please welcome Henry Golovin.
In the 80-year history of the Golden Globes, so many legends have won this acting award. They've set a standard that we all aspire to. Here are the year's nominees for Best Performance by an Actress.
Oh, here we go. If this isn't Cate Blanchett, I'd be shocked.
Viola Davis, the woman.
She very well could get nominated. Like I said, I just don't know how Ana de Armas got nominated here. Like, I don't know how that happened. After all the controversy.
And the winner of the Golden Globe goes to Cate Blanchett.
Yes. There we go. Oh, is she not there?
Kate couldn't be here tonight, so because she's on production in the UK, we will all accept this award on her behalf.
She's a busy woman, as she usually is. But she's one of the best actresses.
Nominees for Best Motion Picture, non-English language.
Investing Makes Millions, Germany. Argentina, 1985. Argentina. Belgium.
Why did they spell it? Why didn't they say All Quiet on the Western Front? What the fuck? I mean, I feel like this has to go to RRR after that original song one, but we'll see.
And Golden Globe goes to Argentina.
What? Okay, that is a surprise. Oh my God. I have heard nobody talk about this movie. Nobody. That is the first like real surprise of the night for sure. Oh my god.
Muchísimas gracias. Me encantaría poder hablar en español, pero I think I have to speak in English because no, bueno. Thanks a lot for the Hollywood Foreign Press. This is amazing and super heavy. I'm thrilled to be here sharing. I want to share this with my team, with my people who are all over there. Some of the producers, Axel, Agustina, te amo. And the ones who are not here, Chino, Fede, Santiago, bueno, I don't know, Victoria. Hola, Vicky. Cindy también. Well, all the crew who's watching this probably in Argentina, all the actors. I have the immense privilege to share a film with Ricardo Darín, who is one of the best actors in the world, and I know him. He's great. I want to share this for all the people who, since the dictatorship, have been fighting to build a better democracy in Argentina, and they keep on fighting. And well, I think democracy is something that we need to. Well, we need to keep on fighting for. Ricardo, the music started.
Thank you very much. I'm very proud of this. Thank you. I love you. I will speak two words. En Argentina,
Please welcome Golden Globe winning actor and founder of porn, Sean Bay.
Wow. I'm still shook about that. Oh my god.
Those nominated films are proof that regardless of language spoken, cinema at its best is an art form that can speak to all the aspirations, to generosity, to integrity, to empathy, to love, and to courage. I'm privileged to be here tonight and proud that the leadership of the Hollywood Foreign Press has seen fit to encourage that those highest aspirations of film should share this stage tonight with a very real-world example, that which inspires film's creation. From the otherworldly courage of young Iranians rising up to the ever-persevering women's movement of Afghanistan. We are reminded in no uncertain terms that the freedom to dream is not simply a human luxury, but rather a human need that must be fought and sacrificed for. If the freedom to dream were a spear, I proudly present a human being who tonight represents that spear's most honed tip.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear participants of the 80th Golden Globe Award ceremony. The award was won at a special time. The Second World War wasn't over yet, but the tide was turned. All knew who would win. There were still battles and tears ahead. It was then when the Golden Globe Award appeared to honor best performers of 1943. It is now 2023. The war in Ukraine is not over yet, but the tide is turning, and it is already clear who will win. There were still battles and tears ahead, but now I can definitely tell you who was the best in the previous year. It was you, the free people of the free world, those who united around the support of the free Ukrainian people in our common struggle for freedom, democracy, for the right to live, to love, to give birth, no matter who you are, no matter where you are from, no matter who you are with. The struggle for the right of the new generations to know about the war only from movies. The First World War claimed millions of lives. The Second World War claimed tens of millions of them. There will be no Third World War. It is not a trilogy. Ukraine will stop the Russian aggression on our land. We will make it together with a whole free world. And I hope that all of you will be with us on the victorious day, the day of our victory. Slava Ukraini!
Okay, well, that was interesting. All right. Not really. I just Argentina 1985. What the hell came out of nowhere? Look, I've heard like zero chatter about that movie, so I'm sure it's good. I haven't seen it yet. I'm sure it's a good one. I just was not expecting it to get international feature, especially when, again, like I said, most of the time when you have other international films in other categories, most of the time that guarantees that they're probably winning. So I was just really surprised to see that happen. I haven't seen RRR yet. So yeah, that's, I don't have many thoughts on it other than I need to get around to it. So what the fuck? Go for it, I guess. Great idea. I have no recollection of this, but sure, it's definitely something that happened. Oh, best TV show in 2022 for me is Severance. I've gone on about it long enough. That show was just incredibly shocking and went to so many places I wasn't expecting, but also had so much to say about just society in general when it comes to like working and things like that. Just a phenomenal show all around. Worst TV show in 2022. A lot of possible contenders for this one. I'd probably say Beyond the Edge. That show was just, I don't know why that was a thing. What an unnecessary pile of shit. That's probably the worst TV show for me. Favorite movie sequel of 2022 is Glass Onion. Definitely. It has to be Glass Onion. I adored Glass Onion. That's definitely the worst one. I mean, the best one. The worst one of 2022. Probably that stupid fucking Ice Age Disney Plus film we got. No. Actually, no. Texas Chainsaw easily takes the cake for that. Wow. I mean, what a way to just completely disrespect everything that came before it. Wow. That was just total shit all around. This is a tough question. I don't know who would win in that fight. I'd really have to think about that. I don't want to say because you might piss off the other, but I will get back to you at some point. I'd really have to think about that question because he wanted to be. He just wanted to be, and I think we need to just respect that. That's why he was bald. He wanted to be. Favorite Evan Peters performance in a Ryan Murphy show. A lot of good options, I think. Evan Peters always really kills it, no matter what he's doing. I've never really seen him give a bad performance in anything. I think he always is a big standout. I would probably say, I don't know. There's a lot of good options here. I mean, what I've seen of him in Dahmer, he's phenomenal in that. I'm going to throw in a weird one. American Horror Story Cult. I thought he was amazing in that season. I might honestly say that for Ryan Murphy shows. I think the performance he gave as Kai was just top tier for me. That was like the first time I was like, oh my God, Evan Peters is like one of the best actors in Ryan Murphy projects. So I actually might go with that one. Oh, God. Look, I didn't hate Tall Girl 2 as much as the first one, but what an unnecessary sequel. Like, all around, just so unnecessary. Oh, okay, we're back.
Welcome back. So, she's a two-time Golden Globe winner and nominee tonight for Alaska Daily. Please welcome Hilary Swank.
He can't get these people to quiet down. Oh my God.
Good evening. There's no place like home. You had me at hello, Rosebud. 3 iconic lines from films that I love. A great line from the writer can perfectly encapsulate a moment in time. It can define brilliantly a wonderful, well-written screenplay. Here are this year's nominees for Best Screenplay, Motion Picture. Todd Field. Todd.
Okay. I want to see if like some other big shock is going to happen. This absolutely should go to the Daniels, but we'll see.
Martin McDonough, The Banshees of Inisherin. Sarah Paul, Women Talking. Steven Spielberg, Tony Kushner, The Fablemans. And the Golden Globe goes to Martin McDonough.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's deserving for sure. He's one of the best screenwriters working today.
Thank you so much, Golden Globes. Jesus. As some of you may know, I wrote this script for the 2 stars of my film, Jenny the Donkey and Minnie the Horse. I was hoping Jenny might have been nominated tonight, actually, but she's a female donkey, and it's a god, so, you know. Sorry, too soon. No, I wrote this film for Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson, and they're beautiful, nuanced performances, just blew me out of the water as usual. I love you, as you know, for your brilliance on screen and your kindness off screen. And I'll try and not leave it another 14 years till I do the next one with you. I'd also like to thank Kerry Conlon and Barry Keoghan. Barry, a new friend who almost stole the movie, and Kerry, an old friend who did steal the movie. Thank you, Kerry. Thanks to everyone else in the cast and crew. Thanks to the Golden Globes for this honor. Thank you.
Please welcome a star of George C. Wolfe's upcoming film, Rustin, Oakland Domingo.
Golden Globe winning director Alfred Hitchcock said that a good film is when the price of the dinner, the theater admission, and the babysitter are all worth it. These 5 nominees for Best Director Motion Picture were worth that and all the popcorn, the large popcorn.
Oh, we're at director. Okay. I think it's gonna go to the Daniels here, but who knows?
Martin McDonough, The Banshees of Inisherin. Steven Spielberg, The Fablemans.
And the Golden Globe goes to Steven Spielberg.
Oh my God! Wow.
This is Steven Spielberg's 3rd win and 20th nomination.
I thought he did not have as much of a chance after all the snubs and other award shows, but very deserving.
Thank you. I always say that if I prepare something, it's going to jinx it, so I never prepare anything, and I'm really, really happy about this. But I think there's 5 people happier than I am. There's my sister Anne, my sister Sue, my sister Nancy. There's my dad Arnold and my mom Malia. She is up there cavelling about this right now. I've been hiding from this story since I was 17 years old. I put a lot of things in my way of this story. I told this story in parts and parcels all through my career. E.T. has a lot to do with the story. The Close Encounters has a lot to do with the story. But I never had the courage to hit the story head on until Tony Kushner, when we were working on Munich, which is a long time ago, sat me down and said, start telling me about all these stories I've heard about your life. And we started a conversation. And the conversation lasted all through Munich, all through Lincoln, all through West Side Story. And my wife, Kate, was always saying, you have to tell this story. And during COVID, I didn't know if any of us were going to have the chance to tell any of our stories again in March, April, May of 2020. So we sat down to tell a story, which is, I think everything I've done up to this point has made me ready to finally be honest about the fact that it's not easy to be a kid, the fact that everybody sees me as a success story, and everybody sees all of us the way they perceive us based on how they get the information. But nobody really knows who we are until we're courageous enough to tell everyone who we are. And I spent a lot of time trying to figure out when I could tell that story. And I figured out when I turned about 74 years old, I said, you better do it now. You better do it now. So, and I'm really, really happy I did. Thank you, Hollywood Foreign Press, for this honor. And thank you, my entire team, Michelle Williams and Paul Dano and Judd Hirsch and Seth and the girl and all the girls and Gabriel LaBelle, who is a much better person in my movie playing me as I was playing me in my life. And everyone else who was a part of this, just thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Great speech as always from Spielberg. Yeah, so Spielberg winning director, kind of surprising. I wasn't expecting that. I think it was just because, like, especially with like what happened with the BAFTAs and things like that, I didn't think he had as strong of a chance. But honestly, Fabelmans, it kind of sucks like how overlooked the Fabelmans has gotten this award season in terms of like some awards. So I think it definitely does deserve some. I think it's a fantastic film. I think it has a lot more to say, especially considering like it definitely has a lot more to say about Hollywood than other films do. It kind of looks at it in a much more like not necessarily negative way, but kind of like a more nihilistic way. And I think that's something that the Fabelmans does really well, but also really tells the story about his life. And I think he just really killed it in that speech. So very deserving win for sure. The fact that he was able to finally tell that story, I'm very happy about. And then Martin McDonagh winning writer. I mean, he's one of the best screenwriters working today, so I'm not surprised that he did end up getting it. Once again, I'm just really enjoying the wins this year. You know, even fucking Argentina 1985. You know, you need some kind of surprise. So I'm still surprised about that, but you know, overall, I definitely really have been enjoying what I've been seeing tonight. But yeah, Spielberg winning director definitely comes out of left field because I feel like everyone expected the Daniels to get that, and then he got it. So, yeah. But I mean, this is what the Golden Globes does sometimes. Like, they don't always give it to the person that you expect. All right.
Okay. Listen, everybody settle, everybody get quiet. Look, this show here is not easy. It's very difficult. As you can see, it's a little noisy. We are very lucky to have tonight someone who is an incredible, incredible pianist, Chloe Flower.
Yes.
People on Twitter are like, man, like she's playing people off. Like it's actually a track. Just so you know, and we're very lucky to have you. Chloe, thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much. You're really, really great. Now, we will now welcome our next presenters. Please welcome Nicole Byer and Anna Gasteyer.
Hi there. Hi. We are here to present the awards for supporting actor and actress in a limited series anthology or TV movie. We are. You know, Nicole and I were talking about this year's nominated performances on the ride over. You have a really beautiful kayak, by the way. I wanted to tell you that.
Thank you. I love aquatics.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and you rode great. Anyway, it struck us that this year's supporting acting roles truly represent man in all his glory and variety.
Yeah, that's right. We got a serial killer.
Yep.
A pervy handyman.
Yeah, we have a pervy grandpa.
Yeah.
Another serial killer, which is great. And importantly, really importantly, because family matters, the father of a serial killer.
Yeah. Yeah, a real diverse array of male role models.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what should have been nominated were those Dahmer glasses.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
He's a nice guy, but he really nailed it on eyewear.
They really did.
It really did. He kind of set a trend in place
Yeah,
for
it did.
years to come.
It really did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh. Ooh, stay on them pose.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the nominees are F. Murray Abraham, The White Lotus.
Okay, who's getting this one?
Paul Walter Hauser, Blackbird.
Could go to him.
Richard Jenkins, Dahmer, Moses, The Jeffrey Dahmer Story. Seth Rogen, Pam and Tommy.
I don't know who's getting this.
Okay, oh wait, should we say the Golden Globe goes to ooh, Paul Walter Hauser?
Oh, yeah, there we go.
This is Paul Walter Hauser's first nomination and
Blackbird is fantastic of what I've seen. And he is so good in it.
A lot of stuff. Ooh, it's like a wax museum with a pulse, right? Love you, buddy. Holy cow. I don't think I'm going to get the time that like Spielberg and the other guys got, so I'm just going to say a bunch of names. My wife, Amy, thank you for your love and your patience and your friendship. My son, Harris, baby number 2 on the way, the sequel this April. My parents, Paul and Deb. My siblings, Matt, Julie, and Elise. My Rex, Ryan, Sam, Rachel, Ruby, Peter, Isaac, Carrie, Emma, Samantha, Zach, Jamie, Matt, the whole team at Apple, Carrie, Richard, Bradley, Alexandra, for producing this thing and making it the best it could be. The filmmakers, Michael and Joe and Jim, and our DP, Natalie Kingston, who's a killer. My HMU team, Galaxy, and Nana and Catherine, who did all the scary stuff. The cast, Greg Kinnear, Sepida Malafi, Joe Williamson, Jake McLaughlin, Ray Lee freaking Oda. Get up, come on. Ray Liotta. Ray Liotta, baby.
Yes. Rest in peace.
Shout out to my brother and my king, Jesus Christ, and to my manager, Brian Walsh. Do me a favor.
Get the tables. Good night.
Paul Walter Hauser is like one of the best character actors working today, so very deserving.
I feel like I look like my father in these classes, except as a murderer. Yeah.
I love that.
They were all murderers in the 70s.
Oh my god.
Mustaches. They sure did. All right, here are the nominees for the best performance by an actress in a supporting role in a limited series, anthology series, or TV movie.
Jennifer Coolidge, The White Lotus. Claire Danes, Fleischman is in Trouble. Daisy Edgar Jones, Under the Banner of Heaven. Niecy Nash Betts, Dama, Monster, The Jeffrey
Another one I have no idea who it's going to.
The White Lotus.
Okay, and the Golden Globe goes to Jennifer
Oh shit! I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Wow. And thank you, Hollywood Foreign Press. That really means a lot. Thank you. Wow. I can put this down, right? No, I don't work out, you know what I mean? I can't hold it that long. But, this is such a great night. I'm so glad to be here and be in the company of all of you and Hollywood Foreign Press. Thank you. I just want to say, there were so many people were in this room. There were like 5 people that kept me going for 20 years with these little jobs. And Ryan Murphy, you were one of them. These little jobs that like kept me going. And it was like five Catherine. It was like you, Ryan, and let's see, we got, well, who else was there? It was just you, Ryan. No, I mean, I didn't have, no, I didn't know anybody, and it just was sort of this thing that wasn't going anywhere. Anyway, and then there were these people that would sort of give you these cute little jobs, and it would just be enough to get to the next one. I mean, Michael Patrick King, you kept me going for a long time, but and then there would be, Reese, you got me, Legally Blonde, and then the Weiss brothers kept me going with like 5, because some of these things would go like 5 different episodes, 5 different sequels of American Pie. Milk that to the bone.
What is she saying?
Say whatever they want, But I just want to say, this is not, all my agents at UTA and Tiffany and who's on you all forgive me. Tonight, the hook came out at the last thing. I got no word out. This giant hook. I don't understand. I thought it left when vaudeville ended, but this hook came out and took me off the stage at the Emmys, and I didn't get to say what I really wanted to say because I didn't get to say Mike White. I just want you all to know that I had such big dreams and expectations as a younger person, but what happened was they get sort of fizzled by life or whatever, and I thought I was going to be Queen of Monaco, even though someone else did it, but I had these giant ideas, and then you get older and you're, what's going to happen? And I just want to say, Mike White, you have given me hope because you give me a new beginning, even this is the end, because you did kill me off, but it doesn't matter. Even if this is the end, you sort of changed my life in a million different ways. My neighbors are speaking to me, things like that. And so I mean it. None of those people, I was never invited to one party on my hill, and now everyone's inviting me. And I just, it's to you, Mike White, and I just want to say, this is something all of you, if you don't know Mike White, this is what you should know. It's like, he's worried about the world. He's worried about people. He's worried about friends of his that aren't doing well, or he's always worried about people. You're worried about animals, all that, and I just, he really is one of the greatest people I've ever met. I mean, he gives me so much excitement to be. You make people want to live longer, and I didn't. So anyway, I just want to say, Mike White, Mike, I love you, Ken. Tim Burnett, I love you. I just want to say, this is.
My God. You want to talk about the most cracked awards speech? There you go.
I'm meeting on the street and I'm asking women one burning question. What's DMS?
Okay, so we have like a half an hour left. It's probably going to go over, even though I didn't think it was going to. We still have a couple awards left to get through. But yeah, Jennifer Coolidge winning, not too surprising. Makes sense considering that was the end of her character on the show. So it's like the last time she can, get the award. So, favorite limited series of 2022. There's a lot of options for me. I honestly, let me go through serialized right now. Look at my grades on there. I mean, Station 11 is definitely up there. The other one is just not talked about enough, and it very much should be. Under the Banner of Heaven, definitely. There were a lot of really great ones last year. A lot of really great limited series. Oh, I think she was just very drunk. I think it was pretty obvious that's what was going on there. Henry, why are you FaceTiming me? Hello. I think she was just very drunk. I think it was pretty obvious what was going on there. Henry, why are you FaceTiming me? Can we just oh, okay. That's it for Henry. Yes, this is literally what you would do. So we need to make sure that that moment does not happen because Jesus Christ, hide your eyes, kids, hide your eyes. Unless you want somebody to win an award and just be like the entire time, because that's literally what will happen if Henry wins an award. Last year was one of the best years for horror like ever, so very hard to say, but I think I would probably, if I had to pick what's the best horror movie of 2022, for me it is either, sorry, you're talking about Resurrection. That one I think is really great, not talked about enough. The Black Phone definitely is up there for me as well as for me, though, the two that stick out the most, though, are Pearl and Barbarian, I think, are the two best horror movies of last year. Pearl is such a brilliant character study, really everything I could have hoped for. And then Barbarian is just the exact kind of horror film that just completely takes you by surprise in a way that horror films, I feel like, just can't really do these days. So, yeah, I would probably say that one. Worst is also, again, hard because we had a lot of really good ones last year. And there weren't a lot that were like, oh, that was really bad. But for me, the worst I would probably say is actually a movie I haven't talked about yet, and that's Dashcam. Very bad movie. But I will discuss that more when we get there. But yeah, that's probably the worst horror movie of last year for me. Actually, I'm very excited for Wicked. I don't think it's going to be a flop like Cats because I feel like Cats already was like not going to work as a movie just because there just isn't a lot of story, where Wicked's the opposite. There's a lot of story to Wicked. There's a lot that they can do with it. The casting choices I think have been fantastic so far. I think everyone's really going to kill it. So yeah, I mean, I'm very hyped for Wicked. I think it's going to go really well. But the show's back.
Press the time, but they wanted me to shout out the venue that we're in. We are here live from the hotel that killed Whitney Houston, the Beverly Hilton. You guys, so that's very exciting.
Oh man.
Yellowstone, please welcome Cole Hauser and Mo Brings Clinton.
That joke did not work.
You okay? We are definitely not on Lakota Reservation anymore, that's for sure.
No, that's for damn sure. Yellowstone is a drama about family business set on a ranch in Montana.
It's about the ruthless pursuit of power, greed, lying, avarice, and narcissism.
It's basically Hollywood on horseback. Here are the nominees for Best Performance by an Actress in a Limited Series, Anthology Series, or TV Movie.
Jessica Chastain, Georgia Taylor,
I just started this. She's really good in it.
Inventing Anna,
I never finished that.
Lily James, Pam and Tommy,
She was great in that.
Julia Roberts, Gaslit,
Another one I need to finish.
Amanda Seyfried, The Dropout.
I think this is her award. I really think it should be, in my opinion.
And the Golden Globe goes to
Amanda Seyfried.
Yes! Oh my god, yes. What a performance.
Amanda Seyfried is deep in the process of creating a new musical this week and could not be here tonight. We accept this award on her behalf.
New musical. What is she in that's a musical?
Here are the nominees for Best Performance by an Actor in a Limited Series, Anthology Series, or TV Movie.
Darren Edgerton, Blackbird. Colin Firth, The Staircase. Andrew Garfield, Under the Banner of Heaven. Evan Peters, Dahmer, Monsters, The Jeffrey Dahmer Story. Sebastian Stan, Evan Thomas.
Literally any of them when it's deserving. Like, they were all great.
And the Golden Globe goes to Evan Peters.
Oh! You know, I kind of had a feeling it would be him. Because he was amazing in that.
His Golden Globe tonight for his role of Jeffrey Dahmer in Dahmer, Monster, The Jeffrey Dahmer Story.
Thank you to the HFPA. Thank you to Netflix and Mr. Ryan Murphy for letting me be a part of your brilliant vision again. Alexis Martin, Woodall, Regis Kimmel, and the entire post-production team for showing me how they work their brilliant magic. I want to thank this incredible cast and crew and directors. It was a colossal team effort. Everyone gave it their all, and I would not be up here without them. I want to thank my family, friends, and loved ones who helped pick me up when I fell and carried me to the finish line. And last but most importantly, I want to thank everyone out there who watched this show. It was a difficult one to make, a difficult one to watch, but I sincerely hope some good came out of it. Thank you.
She is a Golden Globe winner and a star of news. Please welcome Michaela J. Rodriguez.
How you doing? All right, so I'm here to present the Golden Globes for the Best Television Limited Series, Anthology Series, or TV Movie, or as I call this category, too many great options, too little time. Here are the nominees.
Blackbird,
They're really rushing through things now.
Dahmer, Monsters, The Jeffrey Dahmer Story. The Dropout. Pam and Tommy. The White Lotus.
And the Golden Globe goes to Sardo. The White Lotus.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was not expecting that. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting White Lotus.
I'm still so choked up over a generous speech. Okay. I was gonna give the speech in Italian, but I'm too drunk because there was no food. When you got there, they were like, "The food is over. You can't have any. It's just food and drinks." So, thank you, HBO. If there's one place that gets you, let it be HBO. Thank you, and thank you, the HFPA. And thank you to these guys. I would take a bullet for you guys. Maybe not in the heart, but in the foot or the leg or whatever. And I want to thank all the actors and Jennifer. I love you. Like, we went out with a show. We wanted to do it with Jimmy and Jennifer, and everybody passed. I know you all passed. You all passed on this show. And so, yes, it's very gratifying to have this moment. She's the best. She's the best. And Marie, you're a legend. I'm so proud to be standing here with you. And and then last thing I want to say to our time crew. Our time crew was amazing. You had to be there, but it was amazing. The experience was amazing. I love this crew. I love all our designers. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Okay, so we're really rushing through things now. White Lotus winning, really cool. I feel like I didn't even get to see Evan Peters' speech because they zoomed by it so quickly. And then Amanda Seyfried winning, I'm very happy about because I think she was easily the most deserving in that category. So, yeah, all good wins all around. They are definitely trying to get this done at a decent hour, which we love. Favorite romance movie of 2022? Runs to Letterboxd real quick. That's not my favorite. I'm just trying to look at stuff here. I mean, no, I wouldn't count that as one. I would probably say Bros. Yeah, I'd say Bros. I think Bros was a really great romantic comedy. Very, very fun characters, really funny moments. I would probably say that one. But another one I'd throw in there. Good Luck to You, Leo Grand is another great one. I feel like that one just isn't talked about enough, but that's a great movie. So yeah, I would probably say those two. I mean, if you count Cha-Cha Real Smooth, then I would say that one, but I wouldn't count that as a romantic comedy at all. I count it as a coming-of-age comedy. Oh, comeback performance of 2022 is probably Brendan Fraser in The Whale. I would probably say that one is like a comeback performance type. But there were a lot of really great ones this year, but I would probably say that one for me. Oh, also Justin Long in Barbarian, because like who would have expected him to be in that and give as good as a performance as he did? But yeah, that one as well. It's definitely up there. Indie movie, that's a hard one because I like a lot of indie shit. I mean, Everything Everywhere count as indie? I don't know. I don't even know what counts as indie anymore. So, looking at Everything Everywhere, sure. Okay, there's a lot of awards left still. I don't know what the fuck. Let me see. Which ones are left? Okay, that hasn't been given out yet. That hasn't been given out yet. All like the major movie ones, aside from like best comedy, best drama, have been given out, I think. It's all TV stuff that's left. Yeah, best drama series, best musical comedy. Yeah, I think, was best actor given out yet? I don't believe so.
Welcome, Tracy Morgan.
Also, they still have a whole tribute for Eddie Murphy. Oh, here we go.
This year's recipient is Eddie Murphy. Edward Regan Murphy is the reason I started doing comedy. After watching Delirious and Raw, two of Eddie's groundbreaking stand-up specials, I knew I wanted to be a comedian. Eddie Murphy is a comedy rock star. We both have so much in common. You're a stand-up comedian, I'm a stand-up comedian. You're on SNL, I was on SNL. You were born in Brooklyn, I was born in Brooklyn. You went on to become a world-famous movie star, I was born in Brooklyn. I got to meet Eddie Murphy on the set of Saturday Night Live, and he gave me advice that I still hold dear to my heart to this day. He said, Tracy, always do good work. Never take a gig just for money. That's what Walmart trucks are for. I'm proud of my career after you to this date. Whether he was playing a razor-sharp, immensely likable Detroit detective Axel Foley in the Beverly Hills Cop franchise, or the smoothest, coolest gangster in Harlem that Harlem has ever known, in Harlem Nights, a film he wrote and directed. Eddie brings humor and charm to the big screen like no other. I remember sitting on the set of Coming to America 2 and referencing obscure scenes of the original Planet of the Apes starring Chuck Hess. Doctor, what do you think they'll find out there? The destiny. The great entertainer that you are, I know that the most important role you play is being a dad. You got 10 children. 10! Your pull-out game is weak, Eddie.
Oh my God.
You look at Paige, you get her pregnant. But you're a good dad. That's made family-friendly movies like Dr. Dolittle and Shrek. Let me tell you, Mr. Murphy, it is one of my greatest honors of my life to be here for you tonight, Eddie.
Do you have any experience in motion pictures?
Oh, yeah, quite a bit, actually. I've got quite a bit of experience.
Whatever it takes, I'm ready to do it. Go for day. Look at it. Look at it.
Oh.
That is a shame. Not like a really good story. My name is Quick. Oh, who did call my name?
Oh, not Norbit. Oh no.
Who's directing this picture? Me. Who wrote this picture? Me. This is the Gumby story, damn it. And Gumby does not say damn it. This is my Mac Daddy vibe I'm giving you. In all of its splendor, what is half of the shit? Like that magazine. Hercules. James Brown been singing 20 years. I don't know what James is talking about. The once that Saturday Night Live, welcome to James. I love your stuff, James.
After all these years of blissful silence, I forgot how annoying the sound of your voice is. Never again shall there be another surprise. This kind of thing happens to me every week. Okay, now go back to the gas meter, right? You'll make a vow. You'll eat, right? Don't eat. You'll eat now. Here we go. Chance, go to back. Maybe I want to call it the Mark Twain device. Maybe we could call it the Mark Twain surprise. You know, you told me 30 years ago that I would be this boring, stay-at-home, house dad. It's America's Day time! So this goes on, you know, like serious therapy. Look at my act. New sheriff now, and his name is Reggie Hammond. Y'all be cool. Ladies and gentlemen, Jamie Curtis.
So, as we've just all seen Eddie, where are you? There you are. You are one of the most talented, funniest, and charismatic artists working today. I knew that from the very first time we worked together on Trading Places in 1983. Do you remember on the train when you clapped in glee? We are moving, we are moving. You remember that? He's like, oh, you were really funny. You've been doing that. You've been moving and moved through your creative life, and I've been able to watch you grow as a man and a father and a husband and a friend, and we've all gotten to see you grow as an artist. So it's really wonderful for Tracy and I to present you on this global stage with the Cecil B. DeMille Award to a man who's truly had a rewarding and creative life. Our old friend, Eddie Murphy.
Why wasn't Jamie Lee Curtis there at the start? Like, it should have been the two of them together. Also, like, this should have happened like earlier in the broadcast. Like, this is great, but I would have liked to see this earlier.
Turn the heat up.
Yeah.
Back there it's nice and warm, but over here, ooh, it's cold. Freezing. This was very nice. I want to say thank you to the Hollywood Foreign Press for bestowing this prestigious honor on me. I've been in show business for 46 years, and 46 years, and I've been in the movie business for 41 years. So this has been a long time in the making, and it's greatly appreciated. I want to say thank you to Paige and all of my amazing children for your love and support and inspiration. Thank you. And I want to say thank you to Mark Lansman and Sharice Hewitt-Webster, Skip Brittenham, some producers too, Brian Grazer, Jerry Bruckheimer, John Davis, my agent, Warren Zavala, and all the good people at WME, and Arnold Robinson, and the late great Paul Block, and all the good people at Rogers and Power. And like I said, I've been doing this for a long time, so I can literally stand up here and keep saying thank you to they play the piano. But I'm gonna wrap it up and just say something to all the new up and coming dreamers and artists that are in the room tonight. I want to let you know that there is a definitive blueprint
that you can follow to achieve success, prosperity, longevity, and peace of mind. It's a blueprint, and I followed it my whole career. It's very simple. There's 3 things. You just do these 3 things. Pay your taxes, mind your business, and keep Will Smith's wife's name.
Oh my God. Okay, so we're gonna have best performance by an actor in a drama next. Yeah, so like I said, I really like that a lot, but I do think that that speech probably would have been a lot longer had they done it earlier in the broadcast. I don't know if they need to switch out the Ryan Murphy one for Eddie Murphy, or what they really needed to do. Both Murphys won the special awards of the night, so that's kind of cool. I don't know if they need to like switch one out or something like that. You could have given Eddie Murphy one this year, Ryan Murphy one next year. But it just feels like a bit, it just feels like a lot. And like, I understand they wanted to try out the Carol Burnett one. I don't think they've done that before. But it does feel just like it's a little bit cluttered. I think they needed to pick one and they chose both, and it just felt a little it just felt like we already had that special award of the night and now we have another one for Eddie Murphy. So it just felt kind of tacked on overall. So yeah, I mean, I love that speech, but I think I would have enjoyed even more had we not gotten one from Ryan Murphy earlier in the night. So this is not a question you are getting from me because I am not revealing my best and worst list right now. So you will have to wait until that video is up. It will be soon, though. Who knows when, but soon. Also, I will say, I will say Eddie Murphy referencing Will Smith was actually pretty funny. Like, that was a good impression. I enjoyed that. Why am I getting a phone call? Hello? Hello?
To talk to a customer, please press 1.
Oh, shit. Wrong number. There we go. Okay, that's enough of that. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm doing well, Joshua. I hope you're doing well as well. It's been interesting watching the Golden Globes. I felt like they were paced pretty well at the start, and now it's like really kind of dragging out. So I hope we're almost done with this. But we will see. All right.
Hello. Your next presenter is always good. She's always incredible. I'm a really big fan of hers, and I'm happy she's here. She's a star of Peacock's The Best Man, The Final Chapters. Please welcome Regina Hall.
Sorry about this. I think they got my name wrong. Yeah, it's Mrs. Pitt. Brad is right here, so I'm so sorry, honey.
Oh my God.
No, really, that was really disrespectful. He's angry. Look at him. Now, let me present why I'm really here. It is to present the award for best performance by an actor in a television series drama. And here are the nominees.
Jeff Bridges, The Old Man.
Okay, this is it. If Bob Odenkirk doesn't win this, he will have never received an award for playing fucking Saul Goodman.
Better Call Saul. Adam Scott, Severance.
I didn't look. Okay. Oh, and the winner is Kevin Costner.
Oh! Holy shit!
Kevin Costner, he so much wanted to be. I always like how they write this. But he so much wanted to be. No, I'm sure he did. He so much. I mean, if you won, I know he would have won. But you won. So he so much wanted to be here, but because of it's been raining, the unprecedented weather and flooding, he has to shelter in place in Santa Barbara. Jesus. No, this is a sad story right now. So he's stuck in Santa Barbara. Let's pray, everyone. Let's just.
Oh my God!
No. This is true. Everyone we pray and we hope that everyone affected by these storms remains safe. And I'm going to accept that award right there on your behalf, Kevin. All right, now there's more. Best television series musical comedy. Now I was on series, never nominated. So, well there it is. Here are the nominees.
Abbott Elementary. The Bear.
I think this is Abbott's award to win, but we'll see.
Wednesday.
All right. I mean, I looked, but it's going to be new to me. And the winner, and the Golden Globe, that's why you got to read, you know? And the Golden Globe goes to Abbott Elementary.
Yep, there we go.
Coming to the stage and accepting the Golden Globe tonight for Abbott Elementary is executive producer and star, Winter Brunson.
Yes. They're all here. You guys, thank you so much. I created this show because I love comedy. There are so many people in the room tonight who are the reason why I'm here today. Not to be corny, but Henry Winkler, you're one of the reasons I'm here today because of watching you. Bob Odenkirk, I know you're in your drama bag now, but you know, Mr. Show made me want to make television.
really high, but from the everything you've ever made me want to make comedy. Comedy is so important to me. Comedy brings people together. Comedy gives us all the same laugh. Hey, Brad Pitt. I'm gonna pull it together to say that we make this show because we love comedy and we love TV. This is my cast, and I love them. I don't know where I'd be without them. We get to make this show for everyone. And during a very tough time in this country, I'm happy that Abbott Elementary is able to make so many people laugh. We want to thank Warner Brothers. We want to thank HuffPo. We want to thank ABC. We want to thank the writers of Abbott Elementary. I know you're home watching, and I love the writers. Thank you so much for helping me make this show. And Cass, you want to say anything for us? We thank you all so much. May all our lives prove that God. I love you, Mom. She's the creator and the Golden Globe nominee for Russian Doll and star of Peacock's upcoming series, Poker Face. Please welcome Natasha Leon.
They keep playing everybody off, but I mean, it makes sense. The show's going over.
Well, I've been told to make this quick.
Oh, I'm so excited for Poker Face.
But we have to end at 11 p.m. So I'm going to cut to the chase. And a real tap endeavor. Keep it snappy. Expedite. Get right to it. Please, whatever you do, don't mistake the economy of my speech for curtness. You know, it's just that when everyone goes on even a second too long, well, the seconds add up. I'm not saying anyone's to blame, of course. I mean, the speeches were good. Let's be honest. The only true villain here is time herself.
Oh my God.
AKA Death's Chariot. You see, time is supposedly empirical. And since time facilitates death, it's wisest to keep her beat. And so, I now present the nominees for Best Television Series Drama, which each honor death in their own
She keeps going.
The nominees are Better Call Saul, The Crown, House of the Dragon, Ozark, Severance. Aha, and the Golden Globe goes to House of the Dragon.
Oh, shit. Okay. I'm here for that. Wow. Also, side note, I'm surprised Millie Alcock didn't get nominated because it's like her only chance. Same with Emily Carey.
As you can tell, we didn't think we were going to win, so I didn't get ready. Thank you very much. This is amazing. I've got to say, Severance is awesome. I love that show.
Yes, it
If
is.
I made House of the Dragon like Severance, I would have, but it would have been a bit weird. Can I have a hand of applause for these amazing actors? We have an amazing cast, absolutely stunning. I don't know what else to say. They were great. Hollywood Foreign Press, thank you very much. HBO, who's kind of entrusted us with their Golden Goose. Hope it was worth it. And blimey, here goes the music. And one thing I was going to say, which is really important, is I noticed when we did the premiere in LA, what everyone did is they had this kind of thing of relief rather than being excited, and then they got excited. And it was really heartwarming to know that we actually tread in the footsteps of Game of Thrones, because that was one really good show. So thank you very much, and good night.
Please welcome the president of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, Helen Booner.
Oh, here we go. Comedy and drama.
of the evening, and I want to thank everyone on behalf of the Golden Globes for joining us. We're grateful to have the support of the industry to help us celebrate our 80th anniversary. This has been a year of momentous change for our organization. We're proud of the work we've done, the progress we've made, and the journey we're on. We commit to continue strengthening our partnership with Hollywood and with the worldwide fans who celebrate, like we do, the best in film and television. We will continue to support groups that amplify a variety of voices and continue to add representation to our organization from around the world as we did this past year.
Nobody likes this. Everyone's like, fuck you.
Presenters, and congratulations to all our nominees and winners. Up next, the final
That was like very unnecessary. I don't know what the point of that was. The performative bullshit. Like, I get it. You want to say, oh, we're being inclusive and things like that, but it's like the damage is done. We know like what has happened in the past, and it's like, you know, people need to see actual growth and change. And I feel like people just weren't into that at all, especially when the night's wrapping up. I will say Natasha Lyonne fucking killed me with her like purposefully going on and on with that speech. That was great. I love that. House of the Dragon winning drama. Was not expecting that, but maybe I should have, because, you know, it's a grand scale. It's, you know, Game of Thrones won plenty of times. So it does kind of suck that Better Call Saul never got the awards that it deserved. But I'm very happy for House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon's one of the best shows of last year. Still haven't reviewed it. What the fuck? But Severance will get their day. I'm sure Severance will get their day at some point, because it's such a phenomenal show. What else is there to talk about? Yeah, Kevin Costner winning for Yellowstone. Was not expecting that at all. But I mean, I think it really says a lot about just the impact that Yellowstone has had on people. So yeah, I can understand why someone would give Kevin Costner that award. Okay, so we have the final two awards of the night. If Everything Everywhere does not win comedy, I will be not happy, because there's no reason it shouldn't. And then drama, I think, is going to The Fabelmans now. Just based on Spielberg winning director, it's probably going to The Fabelmans, right? But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Which actors do I wish got more praise in 2022? This is an interesting question. I'm honestly not sure about that, because I feel like the majority of performances that I've really loved are ones that have gotten acclaimed in their own way. If we're talking awards wise, that's a whole different conversation. But like in terms of like praise, I think they've all gotten it. There's a couple that like I could definitely think of, like Diego Calva, for example, for like Babylon, or Gabriel LaBelle. But oh my God, the show's back. So we'll get back into this conversation after.
Harvey and I have the honor to present a great category that I think was invented by the Golden Globes. Best Motion Picture Comedy. Did you have to say first? Musical and comedy. Although I wish they had a special category, Best Performance by an Animal.
No, that's true. Yeah, I mean,
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding. You're like a shoo-in.
Oh, why did I not forget?
And Pedro, which is dog, or as she likes to call me, fish. But that's besides this. Yeah, no, you know, it's my first Golden Globes, so I'm really excited. I mean, look at the. I mean, it's just really exciting. But you did tell me that everyone was going to wear gold.
You know, these people want to go.
I know, but you told me that your roses
I
are
know it's
golden.
the
I
first
forgot.
time.
Just hear the nominees.
Babylon. The Banshees of Inisherin. Everything Everywhere All at Once.
It's got to be Everything Everywhere.
A Knives Out Mystery. Triangle of Sadness.
And the Golden Globe goes to.
He got picked. The Banshees of Inisherin.
What the fuck? What?
Coming to the stage tonight for the
I mean, great movie, but what? No.
and producers Graham Broadbent and Peter Chen. Accepting the Golden Globe is Martin McDonough.
Thank you so much. I can't believe it. It was an honor to be nominated against so many brilliant films this year, so many new friends. Just had some people to thank, really. Graham, our producer, my producer of the last 4 films, would like to thank you.
Yes, quick thank yous to the Golden Globes. Very happy to be here tonight. Thank you for that. Thank you to Searchlight and Film 4, who are terrific partners. Thank you. I'm standing in the wrong place. Thank you to great partners Searchlight and Film 4. We had a very happy time making this film in Ireland. We're still friends at the end of it. We still speak to each other, which is a good thing. It was a wonderful casting crew there. Thank you to them. And the great designer, great first AD. Rest of the casting crew, honestly. Sorry, the music is now confusing me completely. Okay. Finally, thank you to Colin. Thank you to Terry, Barry, Brenda, Pete, my partner here. We had a great time doing this. But thank you to Martin McDonough, who's a unique and visionary writer and director. And I'm very happy that we, as a group, we're all still friends and all still talking to each other. So thank you to you all. Thank you, Martin. You guys, truly, the truest testament to diversity is the fact that your next presenter somehow has the best slave movie. Please welcome one of the greatest writers and directors of all time, Quentin Tarantino.
Yes.
Tom Cruise, Steven Spielberg, Elvis Presley, Kate Blanchett, and whatever those blue people in Avatar are called. These are some of the actors, characters, and filmmakers for the nominees for Best Motion Picture Drama.
Avatar, The Way of Water. Elvis. The Fableman.
Okay, I feel like we're gonna see an upset here as well. I just don't know what it's gonna be.
Top Gun Maverick.
And the Golden Globe goes to Mr. Spielberg. Step right up.
Yeah, there we go. Fablemans. Wow. Okay, Fablemans might actually have a shot at the Oscars now. Holy shit.
I got to bring my producers up, Christy and Tony, who produced this with me and got me through it. And everybody behind me and everybody else who's watching on television who is part of this amazing ensemble. Thank you, Hollywood Foreign Press. Johnny Williams, who is right there at the podium. I could just say one thing that Quentin said to me when he gave me this award. He said that John Cassavetes would be so proud, and because he said that because I was John Cassavetes' PA on one of his movies. I got them coffee. I got them anything they wanted. I ran around that set, which was like a 16mm camera and a lot of noise. And whatever they wanted, I ran out to delis and got them stuff. And that's why I treat my PAs so kindly, because I know what it feels like. Thank you. I'm shocked. Thank you very much. We're passing the Golden Globes, and we're really thank you. All right. Well, look, because my office is on the Universal lot, and I'm very involved, and I want to stay on the Universal lot. I don't want to be the reason this goes too far into the 11:30 news in New York City. So, Brian Roberts, thank you. Jeff Shell, thank you. Don Langley, thank you. Everybody at Universal and everybody behind the scenes, and Christy McCosco, who is my mainstay and everything. Bless you all. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you very much. Steven Spielberg, Angela, you look beautiful. Congratulations to you. Thank you guys for watching. Your talent keeps us alive.
Okay, so I would say overall that was honestly pretty good, especially considering that they weren't on last year at all. I was expecting way more of a train wreck than we ended up getting. Some really big snubs towards the end there. Everything Everywhere not getting Best Comedy or Musical really shocked me. Banshees of Inisherin is a great movie. It is. And it's definitely is deserving of the awards it gets. I just, pretty much thought that Everything Everywhere was like the front runner, and maybe it's not now. I don't know. Maybe this doesn't mean anything because, well, we know what happened in fucking 2018 when Bohemian Rhapsody won, and that didn't mean much. So, yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see really what ends up happening. And then in terms of Fabelman's winning, I mean, I think Fabelman's has more of a chance than people think. I think we learned that tonight, and I think that's definitely going to show a lot heading into the Oscars. But other than that, I mean, I was pretty impressed by how the night went. I think Gerard Carmichael was honestly a really good host. He didn't do too much. He tried to, he said a little fun remark and then he cut back to what was important. So I think he did a good job overall. I think he was a pretty good host. Yeah, overall, definitely not a terrible night. I actually had more fun watching it than I thought I would. So yeah, overall, I would definitely say that this was one of the better Golden Globes that I can remember. I do think it went on way too long. They need to not have 2 Lifetime Achievement Awards in one night. I think they really should have done something different with that, because once you had the Ryan Murphy one, as much as I love the Eddie Murphy one, it just felt like, oh, we have another one to do. So yeah, those are just my thoughts on that. Other than that, guys, that's really it for my live stream for the night. Want to thank everybody for watching. This was a lot of fun to do. Yeah, that's really all I have to say. As always, I hope to get caught up on stuff in the next couple weeks. I know I'm still fairly behind, but I'm trying to get as caught up as I possibly can. Again, I want to thank you guys for watching. It's always fun getting to interact with you guys. This was, this kind of felt like a return to semi-normalcy for me, because I didn't really do a lot of award show live streams last year. I kind of ignored the Emmys, mainly because I didn't watch any of the shows that were mostly being presented. So I didn't really feel like I had much of an opinion to give. I haven't really been that consistent with YouTube lately. So hopefully this is the start of me getting more on top of things, but we will really just have to see how things do go. But that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I want to thank everybody for watching and commenting throughout the night. We'll see you guys in my next video, and we'll see you guys for that. Okay, bye.